Hello everybody, welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns, broadcasting the Link to the Past Randomizer Crosskeys Tournament 2022. We got the Swiss Round 6 for you today. It's Tam versus willwc. Commentating for us, we have Clear Mouse and Relkin, and tracking our late bits and top file. Say hello everybody.
Yo, hello everybody. How's it going, Relkin? How's your evening going so far?
Going what? I'm getting a feeling of deja vu here, like we've done this before. The exact same people.
I know, right? Yeah. I mean, and good thing because this is an awesome team. You got me and you on commentary. We've got some amazing trackers, late bit and top file. Two of the very talented, very diligent. Eagle Eyes certainly going to keep us in line. And a little bit about these runners today, Relkin. I think these also seem to be pretty familiar names.
Tam is been around the community for like 3 years now, and Will's also been around for I think longer actually, like 4+ years, because he was in the spring 2018 tournament. So
oh, really? Okay.
No strangers. Yeah. I found this out recently during the main tournament when he was interviewed in with the cam show and everything.
Oh, right.
All the people got to get interviewed with their cams on and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and in fact, right, I mean, so certainly, veterans of the community, top-notch execution, so Tam certainly is quite well-known, has done a lot of tournaments, has placed very highly in them before. Nice sync start for both of them. We're already starting off with a Master Shuffle. What do you think? This is going to be infinite resources, right? Do you think they're feeling lucky today?
I would be very surprised to see either of them dig with the shovel.
I mean, Tam just already dug twice, but it doesn't seem to be in diggable locations because you've already got 2 clinks.
Yeah, you'd be surprised at how many places you can't dig in this game, even though it feels like you could dig everywhere. Like almost the entire desert overworld screen, you cannot dig.
Yeah, I guess. Really I guess it's only for like soft, like lawns, as opposed to like sand. You'll probably go to like a link between worlds.
Makes a whole lot of sense. You can't dig through sand. Yeah, sure, it makes a whole lot of sense.
Maybe we need one of those like sand. What is it in Link Between Worlds? It's like a sand world or something like that.
Man, I have never played that game, so I would not be able to tell you. I only know a few things.
Sand
about
rod.
it.
Thank you. Thanks, Topfile. See, this is why we have our trackers.
Alright, well, back to
back to Crosskeys. Yeah, so it looks like, so I did catch the tier 1 tree pull. It looks like 20 rupees as per the pulls. That is actually really nice at the beginning of the game. Just gotta now find a bomb shop along with some extra money, and we've got some nice resources, and oh my gosh! Are you a fan of Sync Start, Relkin? Because we just got the boots.
I am today, I guess.
Oh my gosh. Alright, well, that's like check number, I don't know, 3 or something like that. I've already lost count.
Yeah, that would be the 3rd check, because we'd Sanctuary for the shovel, and then the boots, and then whatever else was, I think, $50 in the other chest.
That's right. Yeah. Well, alright, so our priority number 1 has already been accomplished. All we gotta do now is find a pearl, ideally, and then, a sword would be really great. Then we could be able to dash both in the light world and the dark worlds.
We're having these little because we can check out there, but no such sword to be found.
Yeah, right. No sword. I mean, not even any bombs. Like, I've certainly seen some people kind of attempt this on just like pure, consumable resources. Certainly not going to be the easiest, although not going to be the fastest, and very reasonable for them to just come back.
Well, please do not dig.
Yeah. Will, though, looks like he is gonna still say Star and Sank. Looks like actually Tam has a very similar idea. Maybe just want, this is probably better than hula handing, honestly. Like, I certainly see a lot of people early on want a hula hand for some extra cash. But, with
and actually they have those guys do want heart. So,
yeah, and the shovel does nothing. Oh my gosh, you can't even like have it out to like clink to try and dodge a spear, but no. Looks like though, I guess Will's gonna give up on this particular check. Looks like Tam though has safely made it through. And of course, good thing we have those boots because, for those of you who, especially Relkin, maybe more familiar with like the casual boot starts, being able to bonk open the back of escape without anything.
Yep, definitely will not say no. And Will's probably gonna head back to the back escape this way. Maybe he has better luck getting around this guard. It usually is the case. But no, it's the exact same problem.
Oh man, well, alright, I see Will has resorted to using bushes to try and fend off the spears. My gosh, dude.
Damn, I swear, please do not.
Tam, you know, Tam's getting some resources. Tam has gotten, like, arrows, rupees, little magic, but just not the bomb that they're looking for. And a fairy. I don't even know what prize pack or anything this is, but Tim's really sick on this.
I don't. Yeah, see, look, it really isn't a prize pack.
Oh my gosh, you can dig up a good bee? I had no idea. I knew you could dig up bad bees, but like, wow.
Yeah, Will's gonna do the other thing, getting bomb wise. Is just gonna go. No, he's trying to. I don't know what he's thinking, but
I mean,
what is happening?
This is amazing.
This is the content I subscribed and signed up for. New commentary.
Oh my gosh. Alright, well, it looks like Will's gonna get a definite dig spot here at the actual dig spot. Okay, we get Quake. Oh my gosh, poor Tam. I think they have dig up literally everything that's available in order to get, except a bomb. Oh my gosh.
Alright, let's see the bomb.
Yeah.
Get out of here with that.
Alright, so
okay,
at least,
well, actually, you saw on Tam's side there, if Tam hits the bomb, it could opt to blow up the wall there and farm 2 bombs every time entering the cave.
Yeah.
But, you know, as you can see, we're still not getting really lucky with the bomb digs.
Yeah, and but I mean, at least, you know, Tam is demonstrating where all of the diggable locations are. You mentioned there are actually a lot of places you can. Gosh, look at that! Finally paid off. Oh wow! All right, we already found Meyer as well.
Yeah, despite us being able to bonk across that gap, we can't actually do anything there right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Good point to note, actually. So, even though Tam does have 8 bombs, I believe it's gonna be enough to clear out things. But unfortunately, you cannot kill the Wizrobes with only bombs. Potentially, maybe we find an ice rod. Tam might be feeling a bit adventurous in order to go in.
Yep, exactly. There are, I think, let's see, let me count them in my head right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Y items that can kill Wizrobes. It's the bow, fire rod, ice rod, hammer, Samaria, and Berna. Those all can kill Wizrobes. And then, so of course, your sword. Which is,
right. But that's not a Y item, so good thing you didn't. That's right. That's why you didn't count it in. Alright, so at least, you know, Tam has, finally, you know, their patience and diligence with that shovel has paid off, you know, gotten 7 bombs. Will, farmed, I think, 1 bomb, maybe 2, you know, from the 50-50 bushes outside the dig spot.
Yeah, it looks like he got 1 and just decided to move on from there. He looks like he blew up that, the bomb hut in the bottom left of the screen, Kakariko screen, but, did not decide to, oh, well, yeah, okay, whatever, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, that's right. You know, we just need, you know, Will's taking more of the, you know, incremental approach, just getting bombs, you know, slowly but surely, but, you know, Tam decided to just get them all in one go. Speaking of bombs, though, oh, man, Will, be careful. This is going to be where, okay, Will's going to do some useless laser skips, even though
yeah, I mean, him taking a hit from that bomb literally means nothing, because lasers will do 4 hearts, so... Okay, it's 3 for 4 so far on the getting them past them pretty easily. Very well done. Very well done. You know, again, you know, Tam and Will are, you know, excellent execution. Certainly make things look very easy. You can tell that they're very experienced Crosskeys runners. Yeah, in like the beginning of the game, you have almost nothing to work with, and so if you can't do things fast, you lose a lot of time early on.
Yeah, alright, so speaking of potentially not gonna be able to do things, that might be a cave where Tam is willing to at least try out with their 7 bombs. Will with only 3 bombs, that is a bit tougher. Oh my gosh, we see, well, okay, so we know where our pro is today.
Yes, we do, yeah, and we could have 2 ways to get to it. Either the hammer or getting spat out of the connector in a dark world on the screen, and mirroring behind the peg. Yeah,
and of course, right, this being Crosskeys, you know, it's actually a really good point that you mentioned that there are 2 options, but right now, not quite sure which is going to be the path, logically at least, to our pro.
Yeah, usually it's the hammer, but there are some times when the mirror has been required. And so, chat noting, yes, if on Tam's side you did see that the well is in fact behind the lumberjack drop, so that is never a fun thing to see.
Oh, all right. Well then, speaking of fun things to see, though, yeah, we got a glove on Tam's
goodness
side.
gracious, he almost died. Okay.
It's fine, it's fine. I'm sure it's a place that he's willing to come back over for. Good thing he found the bomb shop because, you know, he was able to purchase 10 bombs. Much easier than done. Alright, looks like also Tam found Ganon at the Thieves Town drop down.
The Lost Woods drop.
The Lost Rock, yeah. So gonna be pretty easy to get back to Ganon here today. No real fancy requirements or anything.
I mean, you say it's easy to get back, but actually, so far, our saving quit points have been basically near Link's house.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. So
we hope to find the flute or something, or have our last dungeon be in this area or something like that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, or yeah, I just meant that, you know, there's no like we don't have to go kill. We don't have to beat Agatu today potentially, you know, for Ganon. No Castle Tower small keys. Thank you for the zero-sum gain there, bottle vendor.
Yeah, just a waste of 1.5 seconds or however how long it takes for Link to hold up that thing in his hand.
Yeah. Will did find a 4-piece of heart though along the way, so that's actually going to be pretty nice in terms of health.
Yeah, he was actually really close to death when he had it, so...
Alright, we found Uncle already. Alright, so pod key. First pod key always, I mean, any pod key at this point is always going to be welcome, so nice to see it early, of course.
Yep. Curious to see what the stun prize is here, just because we're still early on, and we'll want resources where we can find them, but it's just hearts, so that is just a back pocket thing at this point.
Yeah, it's certainly not going to be, I mean, it's good knowledge, especially with that boomerang, right? And being on so low health right now, potentially could come in handy in a clutch moments. We found 2 different desert connectors. All right.
And the vanilla map, completely vanilla map right there.
Yeah, that's how about that. It is the map chest inside the map.
And it tells us the desert is a crystal, so we will need to find that big key and a fire source to beat this dungeon. And to find the back entrance too.
Yeah. Of course, logically speaking, you know, we do need that small key that's also floating around somewhere, but you know, if that key doesn't turn up in our runners' journeys, I don't think they're necessarily going to complain too much.
Yeah, and that right end of desert leading up to the mountain on Tam's side, getting sped out at the Flute 1 spot. And immediately finding Speck Rock Cave and just gonna go and get this key here.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. Oh man, another pod key. Okay, yeah.
That's 2.
Always happy to see pod keys.
Yep, and this makes sense. Tam coming back out just because the old man could potentially be saved up here, so you want to get that saving spot if you can help it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna assume that at this point, like, both Tam and Will are pretty experienced. Like, they're willing to rescue the old man in the dark, right?
Yes. Wait, no, it's Will. Will's the one with the boomerang. Tam does not have it yet, I don't think.
Okay, so Will's gonna have some sort of, like, echolocation, you know, kind of in representation, I guess, where he is. Tam, on the other hand, would probably have to just do it by feel, I guess.
Yeah, Tam could also opt to drop, like, maybe 1 bomb or something like that.
That's also true. That's also good points. We are on, you know, more than 1-hit KO mode, so Tam, yeah, opting. Oh yeah, I mean the Tam's got 7 bombs. Probably not going to be worth their time. All right, Will picking up his glove. Oh man, another connector. Man, okay, yeah. See, so what do you do? I guess like Tam's opting to not take this one. I mean, Relkin, like, I don't know, like, what do you do for these connectors when you're on Death Mountain of all places?
So sadly, I believe that means that the old man is at Hera today. Unless this entrance has... Okay, I guess Tam hasn't checked this yet. Never mind. Okay, I guess it's here. Okay. It was 50-50 between that one and Hera, and thankfully it's not Hera.
Yeah, because a Hera kind of requires like another layer, right? You need a connector to get up there, or like a mirror or something like that.
Or like the hammer, yeah.
Or yeah.
Or you could just find the front and go through it that way. Yeah, but like you were saying, Death Mountain has 3 options of connectors to go through. I imagine Tam will go through either the old Elder connector or the Brothers connector, just because you can go back through them. There's a chance you can go back through them. Speck Rock, you cannot if you fall down, so...
yeah, that's true, right. And yeah, I guess that, yeah, you actually bring up a really good point too. Like, we could potentially get locked out of the other side, depending on where it spits us out of, right? Like, we don't have the Pearl, could be, you know, entry to Dark World, which is great, but, again, we kind of need to be able to go back, and sometimes we can just get blocked.
And I hope GFE didn't curse Tam, because Tam is very close to death.
Oh man, and yeah, and again, no, oh my gosh, that folder, oh my gosh. Yeah, and like no items, right? No hook shot or anything like that. No sword. You can't do, you know, like any type of like super speed, right? No hook speed, no spin speed. Very, very dangerous.
Yeah, it's so annoying trying to just hope and pray that you don't get hit.
Right,
I would not be surprised to see Tam walk back through. Yep.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, speaking of Dark World, we did find a connector over there, which is you know great for hopefully later purposes.
Right. But yeah, Tam not interested. I'm just gonna take the other one to see if it's any better. Okay. I guess, yeah, 5 bombs. Maybe Tam wasn't comfortable with only 5 bombs.
Yeah, maybe Tam was more interested in that heart. And then was like, you know what? I'm here. I've got some extra cash. You know, I'll restock up on my bombs here. Oh, that's right. All right, Will also found Magic Bat. We did have an early powder, it looks like, as well. So it's gonna be a nice quick check.
Yeah, that never happens.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, alright, so we got some more knowledge too. Okay, another, you know, Dark World dungeon knowledge is also kind of nice to see in the early days.
Yep, and Will is done with his little route there this early, so he's gonna go south. He has the glove, so we can opt to go to Ice Rock Cave area, or he can just head to desert area. But no book makes he think he's gonna head towards Ice Rock Cave.
Yeah, it looks like a potential maybe like dam into Mini Moldorm, you know, cave area into Ice Rock Cave area.
Yep.
Or no dam at all. That's also good.
He probably just wants to route in with desert area.
I think that's totally
reasonable. It also, you know, haven't found the actual dam yet.
Right,
so.
right, yeah.
Oh, it was almost a dam.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, looked very similar on the inside, but we do get 2 really nice, quick, easy checks for the Mire Shed. Compass to Skull Woods, and a little bit of extra spending money, okay. But yeah, I mean, this location, at least I've seen, it doesn't seem to be, I guess, like often visited when you don't have a flute. It seems like kind of awkward to, you know, kind of like route in.
That entrance is notorious for just being horrible to try and route in. You just like, it's all by itself. There's no like Dark World counterpart to it, so it's like you mirror and you walk to your right, and it doesn't feel quite right. But yeah, it's the only time you're gonna see it is if you have like a flute, or you just like have the glove ready to go towards this area of the world.
Yeah, so I mean, right, and so I mean, I guess for this particular seed, right, it didn't look like it was too punishing if you missed it, but you know, certainly gonna be nice to see at least it get checked out. Will that was Akina.
Okay, actually, I think I know what he's gonna do. Yeah, okay, so he's gonna do it last so he can save a quit.
Oh, okay, that does make a lot of sense. It's like I'm looking at his bomb counter here. It's like there is at least 1. So, but also, you know, I guess, you know, good thing we got an early glove, right? Doesn't have to isolate that rock, the 20 rupee rock cave. Did find out where Swamp Palace is today as well. So. Kind of stingy here on actual items that we're getting.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we have the boots. Yes, that's nice. We love the boots. Yay! But not being much else.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we got a glove out of the mushroom spot, which was totally visible. You know, and again, you know, got some nice, you know, nice to have that shovel really, you know, really paid off for Tam.
Yeah, and Tam is now going to retrace Will's steps just because Tam decided to go through the right exit of the desert to get to the mountain. Which actually, speaking of, Tam has not checked the old man's save and quit spot yet, but
oh, right, that's right.
Not a huge deal. It's Tam is probably just focused on Kakariko at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, right, and you know, I saw on Will's side, right? Will also just spent, you know, quite a bit of time here in Kakariko just because there were just lots of things to do. So, and of course, you know, technically, of course, you know, there's no rush, at least for Tam, in order to, you know, to check out where the old man's saving quit point is.
Yep. Okay, so nothing so far in the eastern area. Actually, Will not doing what I thought he might do. When you have a glove in this area, you can actually kind of do it a little differently. You start with the first entrance as always, but then instead of going to Sawhouse Closet, you go to the Flute 5 spot because you have the glove.
And you can lift it up, right? Yeah. Actually, have you seen that in kind of like non-entrance too? It's like if you have a glove, it's like a much faster way, I guess, to get into Eastern, right? Because you have the glove.
Right.
So it's a little bit of a shortcut.
Yeah, it's just one of those like small routing optimizations that you can do if you have like the glove available. So it's not a huge deal, but it's just it can add up over time.
Yeah, no, yeah, and you know, I mean, I actually really like the fact that, you know, you kind of bring these things up, right? Just because, you know, even though like Crosskeys in general, you're probably looking at something like a, you know, 2-hour, 15, 2-hour 30 type of seed, and you know, when the difference in the seed, you know, can be you know, seconds, minutes apart, it's just like, where could I have, you know, gained those seconds over the course of 2 hours? Like, there are lots of places, and these little things, as you said, do add up.
Yep. Will actually seeing the bottom end of Spec Rock Cave. We did see the item collection end of it on Tam's side on the mountain, so we know where the two, I guess, quote-unquote, important ends of that cave are.
That's true. Now we only need, like, the eyes on the actual item itself.
Yeah, we need the viewing gallery.
Oh, wow. Alright, so speaking of the dam location, we did find the back of another dungeon. Not quite desert, of course. This is Skull Woods. We do find the compass as well. Don't know if this is a crystal or pendant yet. That remains to be seen.
Oh
no, Will!
No sword, Will. Yeah, that dash is not as safe without a sword. I think you could still barely make it past the Gibdo if you position your dash just right, but Will did not do that, so ate the Gibdo to the face.
Yeah, I mean, you know, again, in the grand scheme of things, probably not going to be the worst time loss, right? It's just a death inside the dungeon, a very short one at that, but good thing he went back, because that is a very illogic bow.
Yep, that is a nice early find. It is actually our first way to get into the Mire dungeon, because now we have a bow to shoot the wizards.
That's true, that's true.
But now that means we have to immediately go to Mire, right? Stop what you're doing and go to Mire.
I mean, we're gonna see what Will decides to do. I was even thinking, you know, well, they haven't found Eastern Palace yet. That is, I guess, one of the 2 items you need to make the palace, I would say, dippable, in probably some people's opinions.
Yep. Tam gonna go back to the mountain. Because I guess the other connector is appealing enough to go to right now.
Yeah, Tam also does need to be careful. You know, again, you know, you said this earlier. Boots are awesome. You know, this is great. Sword would really complement the ability of the boots here.
Can we keep talking about how good a sword would be?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about taking this connector. Opts not to though.
So I think that Tam is pretty capable of hovering, just because I know Tam does a lot of like no logic stuff, which actually probably puts hovering more on like the forefront. I'm actually not sure if Will is, I guess, like as comfortable. More of us, I was actually thinking of like getting across, you know, like the you know, certain gaps in like Turtle Rock or something like that. But maybe they happen to be along Hookshot Cave. That also might be a thing.
I'm actually proving us all wrong and going to Dark World instead, which may pay out here. This is Hyrule Castle, and that's you could go out the exits, and that would be a logical step that the game would accept as logical. I don't know, I kind of just said the same thing over twice, but, you know, you get what I'm trying to say.
Right, yeah. It's very much in logic for the game to, you know, put you into Dark World, you know, have you walk in the dungeon as a bunny into another exit that spits you out of Light World and then go right back in.
Dang, Will did not have a great time and couldn't find his way to Old Man.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate.
Oh yeah, and now Tam is taking this connector instead of Hyrule Castle, and we'll just end up at the eastern area now. Well, obviously Tam is now finding this out.
Yeah, and Tam does need to be a little bit careful. I mean, you know, they do have the boomerang, which is great, but again, you know, half a heart, you know, and of course, you know, Tam also does run some NMG. Very much aware that the Eastern Palace overworld can be quite a dangerous location. We don't even have a shield to kind of block any of these projectiles along with us as well.
Shit. To be fair, there really wasn't anything in the eastern area anyway.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
But,
I mean, Tam still needs to finish that place in order to get her
peace of mind. Yes.
Yes, exactly.
And information gathering. Will gonna head back to Kakariko. I guess still digging.
Yeah, it looks like, Will actually got some good bomb luck. He did get a single bomb out of the digs. He might be looking for some potential arrows for that bow of his.
Spiral Cave is right here too.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
He could go through it right here if he wants to. Although 4 hearts, it's not the safest thing. Looks like he's not gonna do that.
Yeah. I mean, I actually wondering if maybe Tam actually wanted to pick up a fairy and go back through Spiral Cave. Certainly not going to be. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. That they do need some sort of like actual weapon, not just bombs, to get through.
Well, a bow would
and
suffice.
Logic.
Well, we have the bow, so. Oh, let's see. Here's a place where we can get arrows.
Yeah. Yeah, alright, this is a pretty good heads up play on Will's side. I was trying his luck with the shovel, didn't quite pay out this time, but yeah, it looks like we've got at least 10 arrows now to our name. Can actually do something reasonable.
Gonna, I guess, take another stab at saving the old man here in a bit. Or we're gonna take this connector. No, wait, no, he knows where this leads. He hasn't seen this key yet though, I don't think.
Okay, yeah, so this will be Will's second pot key, as far as I remember, so that'll be pretty nice for him. Now, actually, so Roken, like, rescuing the old man, do you think it's easier with a bow and arrow, or like a boomerang? Like what would be your choice, I guess, if you didn't have a sword?
Tam actually, so to that question, I actually saw Tam do something I also forgotten about. We actually have the boots. That
you
can
can
also
kick
help.
up dust, right? Yeah.
I actually might do that instead. I might do the boomerang just so I can know if I'm near a wall easier. But boots would be better than a bow for sure. I think.
Okay, yeah, no, that's certainly good to know. And again, this is Crosskeys, right? Sometimes you gotta be just a little bit more creative because you're not, of course, guaranteed to have a sword or really anything that you might be comfortable with, doing things.
Well, I'm liking that hundo strat there from Tam, throwing the bomb on the far left side and be able to dash immediately through.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I really like these little things, right, that you kind of see seeping through, other categories. I think it's just really solid to see this kind of execution. Speaking of execution, though, we really want that sword so we can actually do some, NMG dashes, really any type of dashes, in order to, we don't have to stop at those bushes, we can kind of cut through all this grass.
Yeah, well, the swords haven't shown up. That's, what can I say?
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly, maybe Tam will, or maybe, you would disagree. I'm just happy to see the boots so early. There are 4 swords out there, surely one of them will turn up at some point, right?
Yep. So there's the bow on Tam's side. Might jog their memory about, hey, Meyer's now logical for 4 checks. Might think about going there, but we'll see. In fact, almost at this point, we haven't seen the caves near the desert area, and then I don't think we've seen the witch's hut yet, because I don't think either of them hula-hand. Okay, now we're heading to the desert area on Tam's side.
Yeah, we definitely haven't seen Gina's cave entrance. We also haven't scouted Desert Ledge or anything like that.
Oh, Will did Witch's Hut. Okay, thank you.
Oh, Gina. Yes, this is why we have trackers. Late bid and top file, totally on top of things for us. Along with also chat. Gina's also TR main. Okay, yeah, I think I remember that now.
Okay, yeah, now that it's all coming back to me. I guess Zora would be another thing.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, Zora is definitely in logic with that glove.
Also, apparently only 1 check in logic in Meyer because I guess we don't have a key. I guess if we had a small key, we could make 4 checks in logic. But I'm guessing because of the invincibility requirement for that 1 chest in Meyer,
for a spike chest? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think that's also a good point, right? I think that room, specifically requires some sort of visibility because you're not expected to take damage.
Yeah, and then I guess either the big key or a small key would put... Okay, yeah, here's Meyer. Actually... Okay, so we can get 4 checks in here. It's, I believe, only one of them is in logic. because of invincibility plus either a big or small key.
Yeah. I think given that Tam is only on 4 hearts, very well done by the way from Meyer too.
Nice.
On only arrows. Yeah, very conscious. Yeah, the spike chest is gonna be. I'm sure Tam's gonna go for it. It's just gonna be very precise.
Yeah, Tam will probably bundle it together with the map chest after hitting the switch, just so that way Tam has to come back to the area anyway to get the map chest. So just take a detour to that and then end off with the spike chest.
Yeah, the map chest, right, and you actually mentioned, even though we were talking about logic, right, the first Meyer key really does also help routing, like, you can actually get the map chest.
Tam's
really.
Gonna just
Wow, Tam, holy cow, oh my gosh, what a payout! Wow.
Tam was like, I don't want to waste time, let's just get it now.
Yeah, oh my, I guess that's just what you do. You just dive in head first, right? Forget about actual danger because it's probably just gonna overthink it otherwise. But yeah, holy cow.
Okay. So my question now is, can we confirm? Oh, bro, you gotta hit the switch again. There we go. So that hammer is not in logic, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe that's definitely. I believe that's correct because definitely for any type of like spike stuff in chess. Well, okay, it's in logic.
Is it though? Because apparently we can use our keys in certain ways, and I think, I'm trying to remember if you need.
But you didn't need that key, right? You just have to go over and hit the switch, and then you've got that chest, right?
Yes. I'm gonna say I don't think any checks really? Outside of the bridge chest are in logic.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you need either the big key or a small key.
Okay.
Because you can use the big key in a kind of a roundabout way to get around to a switch without the need for a key.
Yeah, that's certainly a good point, right. But
oh, that was the old man saving point that Tam just went to.
Oh, alright.
Finding Hera.
Yeah, good thing we got the hammer on Tam's side. We now actually have. We got written from the Lost Woods like Thieves Town entrance or Thieves entrance up front. Tam got the Tower of Hera big key, so Tam can actually finish this dungeon. With the sword! Oh my gosh, forget about the hammer. I mean, hammer's always better for Moldorm, I guess, but
now we can dash
oh
through
my
things.
Gosh, oh yeah. Yeah, now
the fun can start. Alright, yeah, we got ourselves a sword. Makes things much nicer and smoother to dash through. Don't have to like, oh no, gotta stop. Oh, gotta start a dash again. Oh, gotta stop again. Oh no, Will!
Oh my gosh, no, Will.
Yeah, this is the danger. Oh, he's
is that a reset? Yeah.
It is. I'm not sure why. Maybe to get his arrows back, to get back into Meyer.
That's actually a really good point, right? Yeah, Will definitely took a more of like a boomerang arrow strat in Meyer too. And so, yeah, the fact that we didn't have as much success. And we saw kind of how long he was also trying to take to farm up those arrows earlier, so very understandable.
I am looking forward to see what is behind those Hyrule connectors or on Zora, because if it's the Meyer big key or a small key, then that would be the logical access to the cape, which would give us logical access to the hammer.
Hammer, right? Yeah, and I think also there were some murmurings in chat, also potentially about a spiral cave being Meyer key
That's
as
right.
well.
Yep. We have the bow to get through that. Okay, well.
Okay.
That's still a desert small key. We'll take that.
Okay. Yeah, and deserts are pretty, easily accessible at this point, so we just have to get right side. That'll be 2 additional checks for us. Tam also giving us a little bit of early knowledge that Hera, of course, is a non-green pendant.
I always hate those non-green pendants.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so that actually is kind of nice. Having that old man safe quit there. Granted, Tam got the cape. Tam didn't mark the cape on the tracker, but their own personal tracker. But the cape actually would have let us get into that entrance regardless. But we didn't need to because we got spat out of there from the old man.
Oh, look at Tam doing some spin speed action. Really great to see from like the NMG days.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Sword.
Thank you. So Will getting the hammer the second time around.
Yeah, nice job.
Better late than never.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you're really happy to be able to see that hammer.
Yep, and getting our cash-in pearl from that hammer get.
Oh, right, yeah, that's right. All right, so yeah, sorry. So it was I don't know if it's considered likely, but in this case, yes, early hammer definitely led to the early moon pearl. So now, especially with that sword on Tam's side, hopefully soon to be gotten on Will's side, we are going to be able to do everything now in Dark World and Light World. If only now we could find a mirror in order to efficiently travel between the two worlds.
If only.
If only.
Tam actually, I think, gonna go to Hyrule Castle here, or could also just do that Desert Rite first.
Desert Rite, yeah, because we got the small key to Desert, pretty recently.
Okay, Will's done with Meyer, having all that extra money and the hammer and cape in tow. Nothing on the right side of the desert. We won't say no to a heart, I guess. I mean, actually, you know what? Tam, of all people, would probably say no to that heart because he doesn't like death warping.
I think actually one of Tam's previous Crosskeys seeds, this year, I believe they got like the blue mail or something in Sanctuary and then just reset.
The blue mail. In Sanctuary. Yep. Just reset it away because you want to death warp faster.
Yeah, and of course, right, Tam, again, I've been around the community for quite some time, done probably every which mode available, very, very talented in spoiler and low percent, so certainly, they're probably actually quite comfortable, honestly, like on this level of health.
Yeah, and no logic, which...
Oh, yeah.
Which, I mean, it doesn't really help too much in glitch, minor glitches, logic, or I guess minor glitches allowed, I should say, rule set. But it just means Tam's very well versed in lots of different ways to play the game.
Oh yeah.
That was a dark connector of sorts at the swamp entrance. Do not know which one yet. Didn't really get a good listen or a look into what it could have been.
Alright, we did find, in this case, the bomb shop, though. Slightly displaced from its original location. Maybe the real estate was just better. We did find out, though, that looks like ice pallets and swamp are 5-6 crystals.
If it's getting to the point where real estate is better just 5 feet south of us, I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe the hill makes a difference, right? You gotta like walk all the way up there, and...
This is true. Finding another connector, this is actually not the worst thing to travel through because of the specific end we are coming in from. Because once we come out the other side, if with some place we don't care about, we can just walk back in and take a fall, and we're right back to where we started. Yeah, see, look, just walk right back through.
I very much appreciate the positivity here. That was definitely, in my opinion, probably the worst, point of the connector, like the end of the connector, but you gave a really nice spin on Aroken, so appreciate that.
Yeah, sometimes we like to really min-max our, what was worth and what's not worth.
Alright, well, speaking of worse, though, so it looks like Will, taking, his newly found Moon Pearl, decided to take a dip into Skull Woods here, almost took a death from an overworld Ropa. But good thing he's got that fourth heart at this point.
Yeah, he's gonna wait on that Gibdo, because it would have been, kind of getting in the way of pushing the statue.
Oh my gosh,
and
oh my gosh, thanks, Tam, this is awesome.
Oh man, what am I gonna do with you, Tam?
Tam, I'm pretty sure that's exclusive content here on ZSR, so we really do appreciate it, Tam.
Yeah, DLC live on Restream.
Yeah, and even though Will in this case kind of has the hammer, right, that was very hard earned in Meyer, that sword though that Tam has from in this case Tower of Hera map chest is very, very, I mean, he could really use a sword right now to make his life a bit easier.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he still hasn't started at the. Actually, did he even save the old man?
He did. Yeah, he did.
Okay, he did. Okay, good. Just whenever you feel like it, Will, just hit that save quit button, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a lot of save and continue so far.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he'll get there sooner rather than later. And, Skullwood's actually, it's not certainly the worst place to be. Got the Pearl. We don't have to, keep dying in order to get our bunny form, or sorry, Link form back. Hopefully in this case it's gonna have some value. I believe that there are certain people out there who has really stated that there's, always something good here in Skullwoods, or at least most of the time.
Yeah, it's almost like the ladder owner is.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
something. Never skip it. Oh hey.
My gosh! Well, talk about never skip it.
Whoever that person is, they would be right.
Yeah, that's a very nice find for Will. Yeah, and of course, Topfile, also one of our trackers, pointing out that a 5th heart container, really, Will's gonna be pretty happy with that.
We get to see the spin speed again. Love to see it.
Oh yeah, this is great. This is why it's another good reason to have a sword.
Hey, speaking of sword, look where Will's going.
Oh, it's all right. This is gonna be good for Will.
And here is Tower of Hera, and he will be. It'll be pleasantly surprised here in maybe 15 seconds. Gonna check this first, of course. Tam looking like they'll be heading in the same general direction, heading to Skullwoods. So looking at that NMG movement there.
Yeah. We got ourselves a quick warp. So nice to see. 332 frame save. Yeah.
Hammer dash.
Yeah, alright. So Will, with also the Tower of Hera big key equipped, he is also going to be able to climb the tower. I don't actually think there was anything of value up here I guess it'll be Will's first first dungeon clear. That's something, I guess.
I want to say there was something in one of these 3 checks. It was maybe like not a super important small key, but I want to think there was like a small key up here. Oh, getting grabbed. Tam,
no.
having to reach this room. Right. Will, the other day, was having a lot of trouble with the Tower of Hera, specifically this room. Good to see him overcoming his shortcomings of late and getting up to the big chest one try.
Yeah, no, that's always great. And I think also, and correct me if I'm wrong too, is there extra lag or something in that room for rando, or can it cause some extra lag?
It's not rando. It's either it's vanilla or rando. It doesn't really matter. So it depends on the movement of the left side of the room, like the Kadongos. If they move on screen and fire, do fire breath, and while you were trying to line up with your sword for the bomb jump, that will cause extra lag.
I see.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things you have to be watchful for.
Man, alright, well...
Yeah, you do not know. It just throws off the timing like nobody's business. It's so annoying.
Yeah, speaking of throwing timings off, Moldorm was very not cooperative. Oh, that's right. Oh yeah, this is where our Desert Palace small key was.
Yeah, that's I remember. Yeah, that's what it was. It was was insignificant because we know there's nothing on right side.
Right.
Yeah. So, logically,
that's right.
We did need to kill Moldorm in terms of how the Steed thought up this concoction.
Yeah, so far. Although I will say, 40 some minutes in, the load up for these people, for our runners isn't that bad, right? We got a nice bow, got a cane of Samari, we got boots, we got a sword, we got regular Dark World access, certainly can't complain too much. Oh yeah, we got a pearl, yeah. Can't complain too much.
Yeah, I mean, Dark World access means we have a pearl, basically. I mean, Tam also getting that cane from Skullwoods, not missing out on that early on. Alright, so so now we have confirmation what that dark connector at the swamp entrance was.
Okay, so that looks like lamp. Alright, so I think we still need a lamp though to I guess logically, go through that place, but we've already found several ways over here already, so no.
Yeah, and I mean the other thing too is if we find a mirror, then the top of the castle's in logic. Basically that way.
Yeah, speaking of mirror, being able to do all this, Dark World stuff in conjunction with Light World stuff would be, kind of nice. Although, Will and Tam already has come over, at least where Tam is, in the Light World. So not going to be too big of a deal, but, there is actually quite a bit of ground still left to be covered in Dark World and Light World. So it would be really nice if we can do that together. Tam, please don't die.
seeing a small key up there on Bumper Ledge and dispatching of the Murder Dactyl.
Yeah, no male upgrades so far means that those things will kill Tam. In one shot, Tam only has 3 hearts.
Yeah, you know, one of those instances where, you know, prefer to have something like blue mail, but, you know, it's just like, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. Reset.
That's right. Yeah, without well, yeah, I think you mentioned this before. Like even with the mirror, right? Tam is probably not interested, you know, in probably extra health.
There's an Hyrule Castle small key there at the Dark Sanctuary entrance. Honestly, we could already do the front of escape and Dark Cross just fine, because the back of escape was at the castle today. Didn't really matter too much.
Alright, okay. We have one potential fewer actual ice rods to hunt for today. Again, potentially. Turtle Rock is our green pendant. Of course, knowing Crosskeys, we're gonna go kill Tronix anyway, and the ice rod's gonna turn up, but you know. There's hope for us all.
Yeah. Just one of those things, and you know, it's weird to think about this, but like the fire rod in like entrance is only like always hard required to kill Trinex in terms of dungeon clears. You don't need the fire rod to do Skull Woods. You could, you know, bomb jump and use the lamp. You could and then for ice you could just find Bombus Medallion and get in that way.
Right.
So really, that, you know, finding out that TR is a pendant could mean that you don't get either Fire Rod or Ice Rod.
Oh yeah, that's also true, right? And of course, right, for like right side GT, right, even though Fire Rod is logically expected, you can also sequence break that as well with the lamp.
Yep, you can use the lamp, and you need, like, in order for you to do it, you need either a hook shot or boots to be able to do it fast enough. Alright, and we're finally seeing Hyrule Castle here. This could actually... Okay, so which entrance did Tam find here? This, because the Spike Cave one was the main entrance, but what was this right entrance?
It was something from, Thieves Town. Okay, so we're actually coming here from the Dark World, too.
So in terms of the most technical standpoint you could ever think of, we are still not, like, logically able to do stuff here in Hyrule Castle. The left exit would be the one thing we can maybe do stuff from. So once we know what that is, we can determine whether this is in logic yet.
Yeah, right. We haven't seen either side.
And we haven't, like, you know, back to why that is. You know, we still haven't seen the fire key, you know, that we were looking for. Right.
Yeah, speaking of, so it looks like Tam is just gonna leave that key alone, doesn't even need it because we already picked up the Hyrule Castle small key.
Yep.
Will, man, always, you know, just kind of teetering on one heart with some heartbeats of encouragement. That was a really tight dash to get through all the Snapdragons on the south. I was really surprised he wanted to do that.
Yeah, and we don't have the big key in this dungeon, but we're gonna go in regardless because it takes a while to get back here.
Yeah, right. No flute, no mirror. Like, it is quite the trek to get back here. Very understandable for Will to take a peek as to what's inside Eastern Palace.
Alright, so we got a Hera small key in the Zelda cell to check. That's not a great small key, you know, after already having done Hera. But it's not the worst because Hera's super convenient.
Right. Of course, you know, that right, and that small key, you know, we can kind of table it for now, just because we also don't have a fire source and actually go get it, so we are gonna find one eventually, but, you know, right now it's kind of probably not gonna be top priority.
Tam being very, very brave, did get the blue mail, so actually only going to take a heart of damage per hit here.
That's right. Well, right, I mean, Tam does, you're 100% right, by the way, about Tam being pretty brave here. I mean, with no, like, real fire source, but always rewarded. Oh my gosh, dude, what a sequence for Tam.
Oh my goodness, Tam.
Oh, wow. Tam has really sequenced this quite well so far. You know, certainly was probably, you know, between themselves and Will, gotten the, you know, like, the hammer first, got the sword first, but in this case, is gonna save, you know, an extra dip into Eastern potentially over Will, with that Eastern Palace big key.
Yeah, cannot fault Will one bit though for going into Eastern.
Yeah, very, very reasonable. Of course, you know, like again, you know, this isn't advanced logic. You know, this isn't, you know, like the regular. This is the interest branch of randomizer. You know, we hard require that lamp in order to put the Eastern Palace big key in logic, which hasn't turned up so far. But again, you know, this is just going to be a suggestion. Oh, but you know, yeah, that sword though potentially can certainly, you know, give Will a bit of an offensive boost, you know, before he goes back to Eastern Palace. Is that, sorry, I just missed that small key. GT?
That was a GT small key, yeah. Okay, and then that was the left exit of Hyrule Castle, so that does tell us that Hyrule Castle is locked behind the Pearl entirely. The front of it, at least.
Right, and we're also gonna probably need that mirror at some point in order to check that connector on Bumper Ledge as well. But I mean, it's I would say fairly convenient to go back to. I mean, at least not too bad to get back to. So, Will rescuing the chickens, just like I mean, not quite exactly the same on Tam's side, but we do get some, you know, avian rescuings going on here.
Avian is bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Right? Yeah.
That's right. Flightless bird, but I always think of like birds in flight when I think of avian.
Have you seen cuckoos fly out of curiosity? I guess they can swarm you. That
yeah,
if you
that's
get them
true.
too much.
This is true. Yeah, these are some rare breed of chicken, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, rare breed of chicken.
Man, Will is really getting beat up today. Honestly, like I don't know if like the mobs are just out them to get him, but man, he does not seem to be on the winning side of a lot of these dashes.
Using that game knowledge though, getting that full health with the bonk in a tree. Alright, so here is the payout we were looking for. Does Tam benefit from having that big key? Is this a crystal?
Yeah, right. We don't have very much. Was that a book here on Pyramid?
Yes, it is. Yes,
okay.
it is.
Yeah, glimpses of green, you know, but it certainly seems to be very unique. So, a good thing, by the way, that Will, and of course soon to be Tam, has the Master Sword. Be able to check some tablets kind of along our way. I don't think we've actually gone near the tablets the first time around, so it's going to be at least nicer to have on the earlier side.
Yeah, we basically have the ability to get the tablet items once we have access to the tablets. So it's always one of those things you're like thankful for, you know, not having to be forced to come back later for one of these things.
Right.
There's a Turlock big chest. We cannot do anything. We don't want to do anything right now because this would isolate Catfish, so that's why Will is saying no for now.
Yeah, well, we don't have the Turtle Rock big key, right, as you mentioned, so we can't actually get that big chest. We do have the Cane of Samaria that gives a little bit more mobility inside the dungeon, but as you said, you know, if we go in now, who knows where we could end up, and then, you know, poor Catfish.
Yep. There's Catfish. What's he got for us today? Nothing.
Oh, Will, after so much time trying to dig up those arrows, turns them down from Catfish. It's like having... well, it's like having a sword or two. He's just certainly, like, has just changed his perspective on arrows, man.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought Will's about to try and do a fake flipper there, but he remembers that he can maybe do stuff in Turtle Rock, so he's gonna do that first. Or not.
Or we're just going straight. We're just gonna do a different setup for for fake flipper. Oh, well, yeah, it looks like we're gonna get a check over to the Dark Shopping Mall.
Yeah, that's what Will was setting up to do. If you see someone do that, you know they're heading this direction.
Yeah, especially with kind of like taking its time in order to try and enter the portal from the left side, gives them enough momentum, and you know, taking advantage of those iframes in order to kind of safely get across that bridge. That bridge is very dangerous.
Yep. Beach Town, all right.
Yeah, alright, yeah. First, front four, you know, pretty easy, and good thing we have 6 hearts, by the way, because it's gonna be a nice, easy. Oh, I guess Will has blue mail, right? Or maybe not.
No, he's not there.
Oh, he's still a green mail. Yeah, he's still a green mail. Yeah, so this is gonna be a nice, easy Death Warp out.
Yeah, he'll take 2 hearts per that hit, and that is our third or fourth. I cannot count on how many GT Smalls we found this summer. That's at least our third.
Yeah, a third between our two runners, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a second. Yeah, again, shoutouts to our awesome trackers, late bid and top file. Look, everything on like the trackers are marked super well. It's gonna be Will's second GT small. Yeah, he also does a GT bid. We haven't seen GT yet, but we're certainly gearing up to get a lot of stuff out of there.
All right, gonna take his nice and quick death warp here to check the other two entrances over here in Dark Shopping Mall. And meanwhile, we're about to see the Armos fight on Tam's side. The easiest boss in the game, unless you mess it up.
Yeah, with enough arrows as well, so this should be, for how much NMG, Hundo, whatever Tam has run, this is just another fight in the books for Tam. Alright, looks like so outside of that Master Sword, doesn't look like too much more of note other, of course, than that crystal that Tam has just picked up. So Tam's on the board, and looks like Will does eventually have to go back there. Of course, Will does need the Eastern Palace Big Key from Dark Cross, not, of course, in logic yet without that lamp, but the lamp, I'm sure, is bound to turn up somewhere, maybe.
And it tells you how much I've played NMG recently, because I was holding my breath there, hoping that Tam would not get lauded by that robot.
Oh,
really
man.
close.
Yeah, that's actually true. Ropas, you never want to see Ropas, especially when you're dashing out of pod, right? This is like, oh man, he's just, why do you lose 2 hearts for no reason?
Oh man.
All right, looks like we got some more altruistic intentions here on Tam's side as well.
Altruistic.
Yeah, I mean, you know, these chickens, right? You don't want them to confine, right? And especially under a pot, it feels so stuck.
Yeah, we need to make them free-range cuckoos.
Exactly. All right, though. Speaking of no lamp, we've got some more. Well, at least we've got a conveyor belt, thing that lights up in the dark. Will is still gonna break a little bit of logic, get us some more goodies out of Turtle Rock. Oh my gosh!
We will not say no to that.
Yeah, we're gonna be super comfy. Not even an hour in.
Yeah, that is currently only accessible by way of the way Will just went.
Yeah, the way of the will, I agree. Yes, Will willingly willed himself over there.
Oh my gosh. Will, if you watch this back, I'm sorry.
Alright, that's Tam's book as well to pick up, so they're gonna be all set to read some tablets. Looks like gonna be doing something pretty similar, tracing, some of Will's footsteps. Probably gonna go visit Catfish, then kind of turn around into Turtle Rock.
Ooh, taking a laser hit there, but we're still living.
We're still. Yeah, Will always seems to just pick up just enough hearts, or have just enough hearts to take one hit, and then it's just on the rest. It's basically on one hit KO mode for the rest of whatever he's doing.
Yeah, and he could pick a heart up here, but it's not going to help him for chain chomps. That's why he'll powder the answer instead.
Thank you, Powder. Again, this one we can actually take a hit. And we got sword beams as well. It's gonna be pretty nice and convenient for those switches.
It's a big key to Swamp. Not the most essential big key, but we won't say no to having it.
Yeah, right. So we haven't found the dam yet. We did find Swamp Palace though, in the Ice Rock Cave area, and so certainly would be nice to have before you end up diving that dungeon.
And Tam was also about to get that big key, and we're finally at 57 minutes when we found it, not even 3 minutes in. We're finally gonna get a little spiral cave.
Yeah, quite the difference in terms of equipment coming in here too. We got boots and we got Tempered Sword.
We got Tempered Sword, man, what the heck? Okay, so now we have one more answer to where was our logical progression. Not there. However, we are now spat out here, which there are 2 logical entrances we can get to as a bunny. Will does not have the Ether Medallion that Tam found.
But Will did find Hype Cave.
Yep, did find Hat Cave here. Oh, there's the mirror.
Nice. Yeah, that is a very nice find on Will's side. Gonna be able to now, conveniently here in the Mire area, gonna finish up the rest of his entrances in the Light World. But again, as you mentioned, we don't have that Ether Medallion yet, so not gonna be able to completely finish up the area. Unfortunate mirror bog though.
Yep.
This is what happens when you don't line it up. Yeah.
It's like a 4-pixel wide window to mirror there. It's kind of small. Deceivingly small. So that mirror, it's still locked behind the pearl because of it being in the back of Hype Cave. There is a Mire key there.
Yeah, there is a...
Wait. Were we able to get to the pod area as a bunny? I'm trying to remember now because that book was on the pyramid.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Was like that book's on pyramid, and I'm trying to think if there was another connector over there for us because we could actually bunny walk all the way over there.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah. If currently it looks like the only way that would be the case if the pyramid crack was a connector from somewhere else.
Our trackers, our trackers are totally on top of things, and you know what? Will also just found hookshot, so that's gonna be kind of nice for him as well. Alright, Tam though, actually going back to Agina's cave, which was in this case confirmed to be Turtle Rock main. No fire rods, we can't actually do like the map chest, roller room 2 checks, but we are definitely going to be able to get the compass chest, which is this one right here. Nothing of value. Looks like Tam wants to take a death warp. Oh, that's right, because Tam doesn't have the mirror that Will just found in the Mire area. Yeah, so it looks like Tam is going to get a scout on Desert Ledge. Doesn't quite get there quite yet, but he is going to be able to get this really nice Mire Small. Oh, speaking of though, what a very convenient found for Hookshot Cave to be right after basically the Hookshot. And we have our Fire Rod. Yeah, I mean, like, it's a great find for, Will and Tam. Well, soon to be Tam. But from our perspective, it's like, man,
one of those things like, do we really need it, or
yeah, exactly. We just do everything with the lamp. Like that's just much nicer.
I mean, another mirror bonk there gets a quick work though, so it's not nearly as long.
Yeah.
Wait, how did he not get it on the way back? That was interesting. Okay, whatever. Game's weird. We can now beat Mothula if we want. Will, I think, the layout of Skullwoods was not unfavorable, so has a key still in his possession. And so does Tam.
Right,
See the spin speed yet again!
This is great, really great to be able to see, all the more, Tam looks very comfortable here with spin speed, so maybe they don't even need that hook shot. I'm sure Tam would like the hook shot, though.
Yeah, I mean, Tam's on their way to the hook shot. You see where Tam is right now. So getting that mirror soon and also the hook shot.
Yeah, and also then soon to be Fire Rod, and of course, kind of watching Will's progression here in the Desert Palace / Mire area. We also did find Ice Palace. No keys would make things a little bit just longer to navigate.
No big key or small key. Yeah, so because of no big key, we are forced to hit the switch because we can't predict the future. We're not hoping on getting the big key in here. Yeah,
or just a random small key like that. I mean, that could happen, but this is Crosskeys. It's not quite as likely. Is this the big key? Oh no.
No.
All right. Well, okay. So there's the big key to the rock. I mean, it does open up one more check for us.
Yeah, it is in logic thanks to the hook shot.
Oh yeah, that's right. Tam does have the Ether Medallion. We're gonna be able to get this one entrance checked on his side.
This could be something huge if this ends up being like an important thing here at this entrance.
Yeah, right. And so far, no myths, no flute, right? It's not the easiest to get back here.
Yeah, but it's just a crummy old shop. Who cares?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so I'm gonna touch back to what we were talking about with the Meyer spike chest being in logic. I'm going to quote you on this, homemade beer. If that is in fact the case, that heart containers are the only thing that you need to get that check, like at a minimum, then I guess the hammer is in logic after all. So I'm going to quote you on that.
That's a very tight. Yeah, it's a very tight chest if that's the case.
You know who to blame if this ends up being false information, because I don't know. I just always have thought that every spike-based or damaged, like environmental damage kind of thing, like where you need the invincibility item. I thought that was always like you need an invincibility item in like entrance modes, but I don't know. Not that studied up on my entrance logic. So if that is in fact the case, then we are in logic.
Yeah, everything so far is, I mean, mostly everything has been pretty logical.
Yep.
Alright, well, yeah, so Will's kind of making his way through Ice Palace. Again, he has to take the slightly longer way, of course, to Ice Tea. Nothing really here in Ice Palace that's been, I mean, we have the big key to Shore Rock, which I guess his value is TBD. But so far... Oh, we know it's a crystal. Oh, that's right, we do use a crystal, not only from the bomb shop guy, but I think we also probably picked up a map at some point as well. Oh, it looks like, yeah, Will does not have bombos. Needs to pick up some extra magic here so we can actually take out Cold Stare.
He didn't have to, but he's being on the safe side. He could have used sword beams. I think the wiser move is to just pick up that magic, because sometimes, even though you do the strat right, sometimes you just are barely off on your timing and it just doesn't work. Yeah. Right,
yeah. Yeah, why take the risk, right? Where literally there's just like free magic, take the extra 15 seconds or whatever to pick it up.
Yeah, so I do agree with this decision, and he's actually not even gonna worry about the beams. He may not actually know how to do that strat, because he just used all his fire rod shots.
Yeah, looks like, alright, so I'm not sure if he was going for a specific strat on Cold Stare. Looks like maybe he was starting out with Slick Slash, but didn't quite get all of the puffs in the corner, but otherwise cleans it up, alright.
Yeah, it's only had to do basically he only had to do one extra spin on each of them, because he did one spin to kill one with the one spin, and then another spin to kill another, and then the last spin was a double hit. So it ended up mathematically working out there.
But that is Will's second crystal, it looks like. No, first crystal, that's right. First crystal, he has not finished Eastern Palace yet.
Yeah, Will's first crystal, second collaborative crystal.
Yeah, that's right.
Collective crystal, there we go.
Yeah. If only there was co-op. I guess we have to wait till League for this.
Yeah, guys, we got the ALttPR League coming up here in just over a month in terms of a regular season start date. So be looking to get a team together if you don't have one.
Yeah, I heard there's going to be a good amount of entrants and co-op in League, so certainly going to be quite looking forward to that.
Hashtag shameless plug, because I'm an admin. Yep. And you are a mod, so you also are in the same boat here. I'm not bringing you along for the ride here.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, so, that's right. So Will and Tam are kind of changing places at this point. Tam, remember, of course, they got the Fire Rod, pretty recently as well, so decided to come back here to check Roller Room for 2 checks in Turtle Rock. Will is doing the exact same thing. Did not end up finding anything I think that would have helped them in Ice Palace either. So Tam's gonna have a very similar time to Will.
So we're done with the front here. I'm gonna head back to our portal, and I think the left desert entrance, like the top desert entrances, I should say, and/or checkerboard cave have not been checked yet. Oh wait, no, he did check this. I think it may have been a connector. Yeah, it was Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, that's right. We were so focused on the absolute garbage 4 checks that were in Hookshot Cave that that's right. Hookshot is indeed a connector.
The fire rod. I mean,
forgot. That's right. That was the very last thing. That's right.
Right. Good it allowed us to go ahead and just beat ice while we were here. So it was a crystal. So we're not going to say no.
Yeah. Well, speaking of connectors, that is a nice, interesting place to get spat out of. We're definitely not going to go the other way.
Yeah, we're just gonna mirror out and say, okay, sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's convenient, relatively speaking. You know, nice. Thank you, Green Rupee.
Thank you.
Yeah. But at least we're up here, I guess, you know, for what it's worth. You know, we got the hammer, we got the mirror, we can basically access the rest of it. Hello, Blind Hut. This is pretty useful.
Yeah, and then we can go back into our portal after we're done with this to go to Dark East Death Mountain on the top side.
Oh, hey, look, there's our lamp.
You will not say no to that.
Yeah, we got plenty of dark rooms left as well, so certainly, yeah, as you said, gonna be very convenient to have for the rest of the game. Oh yeah, speaking of dark rooms, we got a third pod key now. We haven't found pod yet. We haven't found a lot of dungeons actually.
Yeah, we haven't found pod like you said. We haven't found the back of the desert. We haven't found the dam for us to be able to get into swamp. I think that's it though. I think it's and then wait, GT has not been found either.
Oh yeah, we haven't found GT. I think did we find Castle Tower?
Yeah, that was like one of the first things we found.
Right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. We haven't. Neither Tam nor Will has been back there. It's because when we first found it, as you said, yeah, probably one of the first entrances we found. We've only got a couple bombs to our name, and probably not the most convenient.
Yeah, it was actually. What led us there was the Super Bunny connector at the main castle entrance, and so we could actually go back through it. I didn't actually get to take a look and see if we saw the item on Spec Rock. I mean, not Spec Rock, Floating Island, to see if it was anything. If it is something, then we might want to go back through it.
I also didn't quite catch it, but hey, we got some silvers and paradox. That's kind of nice to have.
Tam does not have the Tempered Sword from the Crystal Roller Room TR. It'll have a slightly scarier fight.
Yeah, you can see Tam using the hammer when they can. They do have blue mail, so you know it's not going to be in like the most dangerous situation. But these cold stair pods can certainly rush you quite quickly. That's our fourth pod small. Man, where's pod? Pretty interested right now at this point.
Alright, it gets it done. So Tam surviving Cold Stare. Was not in Oko yet, so managed it pretty well, I'd say.
Yeah, so that's actually Tam's second crystal, right? In addition to, of course, their first crystal being Eastern Palace. Right, and that was a good reminder, of course, that Will does, in fact, at some point, especially with that lamp, needs to go back to Hyrule Castle Dark Cross. That is where the Eastern Palace big key is.
Yeah, and I mean, it'll be really, really easy with a lamp to tow. Alright. So Tam also gonna miss that bomb, and then...
so these bombs, man.
Curious to see if Will is going to save and quit. Oh, actually, no. There's one connector he can still go through over here. He's going to go through it now. And Tam doing these same checks that Will did a second ago.
Yeah, so right. So this would be Tam's another pod key, the lamp. Certainly make things a bit nicer for them.
Yep. Oh, you know what? That actually kind of worked out.
Yeah, that was, that was exactly where Will wanted to go. Just a very convenient connector that they'll probably not use anymore. It's a one-time use connector, basically.
Now that I think about it, Will didn't. I guess he didn't go over to East out the Dark World, so he kind of took a risk there, leaving an entrance behind, but it worked out. So we'll take it. Alright, so now we can do this Agate Tower check. We don't have a small key to get the second chest, but we are just going to do what we can. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, and of course, silver arrows, tempered sword. So it'll be pretty easy for Will this time around. Small key, pod? Oh wow, that's our fifth pod key.
Wait, he got another one on the East Mountain? Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that. I didn't notice the other one.
Yeah, I think he got a Paradox cave, I want to say.
That sounds right. Yeah, because one was in Blind Hut, and I guess one was in Paradox.
Alright, Tam is checking out the connector, thinking about it a bit.
Actually gonna. I think he's. You know, I thought he might have been heading towards a tablet, but he's going to K45. Looks like.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if this could be like a K45 into tablet check, maybe.
Could also be race game left, but we'll see. Oh wow!
Whoa, yeah. Well, good thing we checked K45. All right. Well, we're coming in here with 5 pod keys. So we're only missing the big key to clear. Relkin, what would you do here? Like, would you just full clear out the entire place, get both like 6 key lock chests, or will you save the key?
I mean, you have 5 keys, so you can do the hammer jump and have enough keys.
Okay.
So yes, I would definitely clear this while I'm here.
Okay, so we would actually be able to get everything minus like the big key, the big chest and Helma, right?
Yeah, there is an argument to be made. Like maybe you want to hold off on going to the back until you check surrounding areas for the big key. It's not like imperative. I feel like because it doesn't take all that long to get back to the big chest.
Especially with the mirror, I assume, right?
Yeah, and like it's just one of those things that. None of those things I was talking about earlier. It could add up, but it's probably. I wouldn't say there's necessarily a wrong decision in that regard.
Yeah, and honestly, like we've got so many smalls outside of pod. Like pod is somewhat notorious for having some of its own keys inside its dungeon. Big key, of course, very much included in that list. Man, Will.
Yeah, 3 spikes there.
Oh, Will, dude. We have a mirror. We don't need to take damage to Death Warp.
No. You're absolutely right.
Alright, nothing on the Bowlock side, but yeah, who cares about damage, you know, because we're just gonna get a hard piece.
Yeah. Will just proving us wrong left and right here.
Exactly,
just like, I do not care about the damage I'm taking.
Oh my gosh, look, it's Will's first bottle. Amazing.
Yeah, it is. We haven't found Sick Kid yet though, so it wasn't relevant anyway.
He might have felt kind of nicer with that bottle of green potion at Cold Stare, just for what it's worth. But yeah, you're right. Like logically speaking, and obviously like results wise, he certainly was not worried.
Yeah, he had tempered, so it wasn't
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that Temper Sword, by the way, the Tam is still on Master Sword, is in Crystal Roller Room of Turtle Rock. Tam just has not gone over to that side.
Nice map inside the pod, letting us know what it is.
Oh, it's a crystal. Cool. Not quite the map chest, but you know, it's a compass chest, dungeon item.
Oh, I don't like that big key though.
Oh, so close. Thanks, Gabe.
We don't like that big key.
No, we already did ice. Yeah, we already did ice. It was so convenient for us to do, and we don't really want to go back there.
And here's the thing, though. Like, honestly, you kind of couldn't have done pod before ice, considering the mirror was right by ice.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're 100% going into ice, right? And especially, you know, caliber of Tam and Will, you're definitely gonna go finish ice.
Yeah, and I guess if Will's paying attention, he knows that the same thing probably happened to Tam in that found the mire area, got the mirror, got the fire rod, found, gonna do ice because, ice was there. Gonna do ice without the big key because the mirror locked the ice big key at a different out-of-the-way location. So, at this point, it's just one of those things he'll have to think about, whether he wants to commit to it later if you're still hunting go mode items. But we hope that's not going to play a factor in this race. But...
Oh yeah.
Missing the drop there.
Tim.
One of those that right drop is just somewhat picky on where you fall off, and that sometimes it's more advisable just to cancel your spin speed.
Yeah, I mean, it honestly looked like Tam was gonna fall a second time too, or over jump, and I mean, I'm glad they didn't. So.
So this connector leading us to the Turtle Rock Bridge. We've not seen this yet. And here's GT.
Yeah.
But you look and see that Tam does not have the GT Big Key. I don't think.
No, I think you're right. That was in Thieves Town, which was in the Dark Shopping Mall area, which Tam has not been over there. So yeah.
Yeah, right now that's a sequence break. So Will, out of logic,
Watch the flippers be in here, honestly.
Oh my gosh, dude, that would be so mean. I mean, okay, you know, I would 100% not put it past this game to do that, because that's the sense of humor the game can have sometimes. But man, that would be mean.
I hate it. I hate myself for saying it, but it could just happen.
Yeah, I mean, and GT, you know, has a lot of stuff, right? We already see we got to pick up the compass, so there are lots of available checks for us. We've got the hook shot, we've got the hammer, we've got the Cane of Samaria, we've got the fire rod, we've got like a handful of GT smalls. I mean, so we can certainly get a good number of, probably get all of the basement minus 4th big chest. Oh right, Spike Cape, right? Will's reminding us that we did also see this earlier as well.
Yep, and can get out of here a little fast because of the boots in the cape. Gets the bomb must be down, and that is useful for the Turtle Rock entrance this seed, so that is our way to get in there.
Yeah, I don't know if Will necessarily wanted it for Cold Stare. I mean, he handled it just fine. Oh, Big Key to Desert. Oh man, Big Key to yeah. It's like such hope. No, it's
no hope is gone.
I mean, well, of course, that Big Key to Desert, certainly very requisite. You know, we have not found Desert back yet, but we definitely know we need it.
Yeah. So that connector, the brothers connectors, that is something that Will also needs to go do at some point. And I mean, to his credit though, like he can take advantage of having the big key. If something important is in like the climb or in the big chest, he'll get it and Tam won't.
Yeah.
And actually, back to the flippers, because I talked about how the big key currently is, I think, flipper locked. Swamp is a crystal. So if Will keeps that in mind and is like flippers for go, he knows he doesn't have to worry about those checks.
Good point, Rolkin. Good point.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know, so of course not doing Swamp Palace I think is, you know, a far-fetched dream, potentially in Crosskeys, but you know, barring if that can't happen, if we can go mode Swamp in Crosskeys, man. Next best thing. Will somehow is still down to 3 hearts again.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens, but you know, always seems to whenever we turn back to Will, it's
yeah. But this is good for him. He found Hyrule Castle now, and he can do this. Can get his Eastern Big Key, which will allow him to go beat it once he heads back over to the pot area.
Yeah, and I think we were right. When we saw on Tam's side, it was just the crystal in the back that was of value. You know, nothing in the big chest, nothing on Armos. So if you know, if Will doesn't go back there, you know, sooner rather than later, it's not gonna be detrimental for him.
There's the flute in the rando room.
Yeah, that is a nice find. Well, we already have a connector over to the mire area, so it doesn't open up anything like logically. But you know, again, overworld travel is so nice.
I guess the one thing it would matter for, where was the bomb shop? Do you remember?
Bomb shop was in Hype Cave, I think.
Okay, so never mind. The flute is, in terms of like hard required for things, it is not hard required for anything. This seed.
Yeah, alright, it's good that we have silvers. Oh, look, another Mire Small. Nice.
Mire Small. That's actually, Tam has all 3 of them now.
Yeah, I guess, oh no, when we went into Mire, we didn't have a fire source, so there are going to be a couple more extra checks.
Yeah.
Oh look, red mail. Alright, so basically, yeah, 2 mails, not quite back to back, but...
we did see, I do not remember where exactly, but the Ice Rod, I guess, was also in GT, so...
Oh yeah, that's right, I also must have missed that as well. Yeah, I guess lots of goodies, well, goodies quote-unquote, in GT. It's certainly more trackable items, but of course, this also does mean that the Trinex is available. I believe we're still missing 1 more Turtle Rock key to put it in Logic, but, I mean, you know... well, I'm sure it'll turn up somewhere, maybe.
And here is the Eastern Big Key for Will, so he's good there now.
Yeah, Eastern Palace, you know, especially at the time, was not very convenient to get back to. It is where Pod is, in the Dark World, and so of course, no flute, you know, no real connectors over there. It was not kind of the best location, so that's kind of, I think, part of the reason why Will decided to go in there when he did.
Right.
Speaking of alright, so right, Tam, now following, you know, their crystals, we did see the front of, the back of Skullwoods pretty early, and oh, nice silvers.
Yep, that's something you can do there with the silver arrows.
Yeah, there is a
step left.
Yeah, I think there's also a pretty nice follow-up strat with the red boomerang, so you can actually kind of like take the small key and basically, you know, open the chest right as when you get the key. But this is really cool to see some rando specific stuff.
You mean open the door, but yeah.
Open the door, right, yeah.
Yeah, it's also like quick swap specific.
Right,
Basically rando specific, you need quick swap for it to be faster.
Yeah, I'm not sure in this case because Tam has both awesome trackers, has both blue and red boomerang. Not sure if that would have been actually fast enough. Oh no, Will, no Desert Palace big key. We did find the back of desert here in the back of Skullwoods.
Yeah, so Will just finding things that he can't finish, but Tam will be able to finish these things that Will is finding. That is a trash item on pedestal, everyone. Yes, just making sure you are aware.
Yeah, Relkin. What are your emotes again? Remind me.
It's that. There's this
one
one too. That was my favorite.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you for the reminder. So, I guess you're also on Team Skip, huh? Versus no Skip?
Yes, Skip. So I am on Tam's side for this one.
So I guess, you know, all things considered, it looks like the Fire Rod was hard required. You know, we were kind of hoping in this case that there were some potential possibilities for us to not necessarily, you know, have to use the Fire Rod, but because, of course, Desert's a crystal, and the back of it was in the back of Skullwoods, we didn't have to use it today.
Yep. That is one of those other things that needs the Fire Rod. Alright, Tam going to find Pod now and going to get the... actually, Tam, because Skull was a pendant, Tam already knows this is a crystal. Has all the crystal info.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, good point. Looks like actually our trackers are also right on top of things as well for us.
So in terms of things we still need, we need the Meyer big key, we need the Thieves big key, and the Pod big key. All three of those big keys. We also need the Swamp small key and the Flippers. And
we have to find the dam, right?
Yep, gonna say you need to find the dam, and I believe that is everything we need, because we know where Ganon is, if he's available, and we have, obviously, Master Sword Plus, so...
Right, yeah. I imagine Tam's gonna also pick up Tempered at some point. I mean, again, it's not gonna be, you know, they're probably gonna go back to Turtle Rock at some point. Crystal Roller Room is gonna be pretty accessible.
Yeah, especially with the big key.
Right. Yeah, and of course, right right now, Tam does not have the knowledge of where Desert Palace is, which is the back of Skullwoods, the back of Desert, but they do have the Desert Palace big key, which is in the compass room of GT. Will has not found GT yet. So right now, you know, collectively, they're still missing, I think you also said, like, a lot of them, a handful of big keys, right, and flippers, and, you know, some locations, but separately, they still got a good amount to do.
Yep. And, so the sad thing about this situation for Will is that he, like, will need to go up to the mountain, and the easiest way is to take some sort of connector, and that's really not the fastest thing. And it's sad, too, because the flute is in GT, and so therefore...
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah.
Like, you have no easy access up there.
Yeah, I think also, speaking of, I don't think we saw Tam activate the flute yet, right? Tam's just been still busy with all these other locations.
They'll get there in a second.
Yeah.
Currently occupied doing Pod.
Exactly. Oh, look, yeah, and saw this on Bill's plan earlier. Thank you, Pod Map. Just at least lighting up that crystal for us.
But I mean, it didn't matter for Tam, because Tam already knew everything.
Right, exactly.
Also getting the disappointing Ice Palace Big Key.
Hmm. It's always sunny on Will's side, getting a heart container out of Turtle Rock Big Chest. Oh, is this gonna be a Zora check?
I guess he's just doing it through the catfish way again, just because he's here. I don't.
Yeah, with 2,000 rupees, I think Will can afford Zora.
Yeah, you can afford Zora 4 times.
Yeah. Oh, is this gonna be maybe some splash delete stuff as well? Or
not
maybe
yet,
just
at least.
Zora. Okay.
Cam finished up with the pod checks without the big key.
Ah, top file, thank you. Waterfall Cave is a paradox key connector, so maybe Will saw that, I assume then?
I think it went in every paradox end. Oh, there's a big key on Zora.
Big key? Oh.
Wow, okay, so actually, now back to our discussion about logic again. That's been in logic like since like the beginning of the game because of the glove.
Yeah.
So that actually puts the game in logic.
Yeah, that is quite the find. Probably not something that you're quite interested in seeing an hour and a half into the seed when again you said, you're absolutely correct in that it was available probably at like minute 2.
Yep.
Oh,
but Will's heading straight back. He is on a mission.
Yeah, and this time much easier, getting into Mire 2, right? We've actually got like a sword and, some fire rod as opposed to like the bow and the boomerang that he had earlier.
Yeah, I just for laughs, I say Beer, you're getting blamed even either way. I want a reason to blame you still.
Okay. Yeah, we also, by the way, did confirm, speaking of water checks, that the Paradox Cave, one of the connectors is, in fact, on Tam's side, was Waterfall Ferry, so... Not that, of course, 100% trust our trackers. It's just kind of nice to see that visual confirmation.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, this is the food activation on Tam's side. I don't know where they want to go. Zora apparently now is a very, very important location.
Yeah, and it's quite so important that it's almost like the game logically wanted that to be the way to do things.
Mm-hmm.
Like that half magic.
Yeah, that half magic's nice.
Also gonna get a look at left side of Mire. Firelocks. Oh, missing the fire out shot. Just had to move over a little bit.
Good, yeah. We're on backup. Looks like though it's I think right. At least according to our trackers, looks like we've got only 2 Mire smalls, but maybe 3 Mire smalls on Tam's side. So this is all well within logic.
Mm-hmm. And Tam.
I think Tam is gonna head to the back of Skull Woods. That's what it looks like.
Okay. I'm not sure I agree with the routing, just because Tam has the Skull with Big Key, so can check the big chest.
Oh, right, yeah, that's also a good point. No, the Skull with Big Key was also in Compass Room of GT.
Yep, they both the Big Key, the Desert, and Skull were in the
exactly.
same place, and look where Desert and Skull are.
Exactly. So convenient. It's actually somewhat unbelievable that the game decided to be this nice to them. Yeah, so this is actually going to be Tam's 3rd crystal, shortly upon completion, where I guess Will is also going to finish up, his 2nd crystal. Which is going to be Mire. So both runners making very good progress. Actually, this looking like not overlapping progress within each other.
Right. It's just from our perspective, we know that Tam is winning out here on the efficiency and how the routing has worked out, getting to do desert while that's the first time finding it.
Right, yeah, and this is actually kind of an example of just like, Tam certainly seems to be just a bit more efficient in their sequencing, right? As you mentioned, right? They were able, once they found Desert, they were able to do this. When they found Eastern Palace, they were also able to single dip it, and we know that Will does have to go back, both to Eastern Palace and Desert.
Yep.
Oh, well, Will! It's okay, these eyeballs are a bit slippery, but Will's got plenty of ammunition, don't worry.
Tam only needing to kill Tronics to pull Ped. But, I mean, obviously we already know what's on there. But he knows, Tam knows that we'll not have to worry about coming back there.
Sadly.
Sad?
Sadly. I mean, Tam's already got 1 shield. You already got 1 shield, why not 3?
Yeah, at that point, you just kind of cut your losses. You don't need, like, there's definitely no reason to go back.
I guess they already did Laser Bridge, so yeah, no real reason to have the mirror shield anymore.
Yeah, honestly, I think the mirror shield's pretty much like only useful for Laser Bridge, like just making it like not even having to think about what you're doing. This is another out of logic, flipper lock check, getting the mushroom.
Oh man. Well, we did find the potion shop pretty early. I want to say it was in Kakariko. It was somewhere very early in the light world. So we can turn that in. Not the most, of course, convenient without that flute that Tam has, but I mean, going to the Witcher shop is something pretty commonly done in Crosskeys. So, DM Descent, thank you so much. Thanks, David. Or Ascent, yeah. I can read, I promise.
Yeah, the where you normally rescue the old man.
Right. Yeah, that's right. I remember it was very, very early, so.
Okay, so Will's going to beat Mothula. I'm gonna find out that it's a pendant, and that will be his full crystal info, and so he'll know he needs to go back to Eastern at that point.
Yeah. Alright, looks like Tam is kind of wrapping up some loose ends. It does remember this case that there was a connector up here on Bupper Ledge, or at least an entrance. That was mirror locked that we didn't have earlier. Just another fairy fountain that we don't have to care about. This is probably North Dark World cleanup then. We haven't seen Graveyard Ledge because we didn't have a mirror.
Yep, and I believe King's Tomb as well.
Oh, right, yeah, that's right, yeah. No myths, of course, means that we couldn't go through the light world, but yeah, with the mirror, we can definitely do this now. Yeah, so at this point, Will needs to go to GT, which was the Turtle Rock Bridge connector. And that's where his Desert Palace big key, and of course, I guess Skullwood's big key as well, but, we were just on Tam's side, it was just a potion that he doesn't, probably need at this point.
Yep. Well, I don't actually think we have seen this tablet yet. I know we saw Ethan's tablet.
No, I think you're right, because Will was kind of heading his way over here. It looks like the book was not, at least tablets were useful. Yeah, Will was probably headed over here, and then we thought maybe he would go to the tablet, but then he went to K45 and then found Pod and then never came back. That is a very nice current jump on Tam's side. Just bypassing flipper checks left, or flipper requirements left and right.
Yeah. I have to steal that setup. It looks kind of pretty sick. All right, Tam. Actually, now Tam's opportunity to get the Tempered Sword has arrived. Can I go pick it up here shortly? And I think about actually just heading straight to Trinex from.
Yeah, I would. Right. Yeah, like I would imagine that's that's gonna be a logical follow up. Just because you're basically here. You have everything, right? You've got the big key. You've got both rods. You've got Temper Sword now on Tam's side, so.
Yep.
Alright.
I guess, in terms of the phrasing we use, I guess the better word would be the sensible move.
Sensible, yeah.
Because when we talk about logical, we're reasonable. Yeah, if we talk about logical, we usually talk about in terms of what the seed wanted from us, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, speaking of logical, sensible, everything, all of the above. Will is back at Eastern Palace, as you said, right? Him defeating Mothula gave him the rest of the Crystal Pendant knowledge, and so he's like, "Yep, well, I'm gonna come back here and get my next crystal."
Yeah, no reason not to. Guess probably just. It's also one of those things you could give yourself a little more time to think about what your next move is.
Yeah. Also, very good point.
One of those things that can be nice to run across when you're running seeds is just having time to think and really process what you think your best move is next. These are these opportunities that I'm referring to.
Yeah, especially when Eastern Palace, first, a quote-unquote, of course, pendant dungeon of the game, difficulty level is probably on the lower side, right? So he's probably just autopiloting a lot of this. Speaking of not autopiloting, though, Tam did have a little bit more of a hiccup, I think. Seeing some ice on the floor for Trinex, but, Tam's got red mail. Not really in any danger of dying or anything.
Yeah, I guess the one thing that might have been worrisome was the magic situation, but...
Oh, yeah, that's also a good point, yeah. But I think they have a green bottle, from Pod, so not gonna be a big deal. Oh, good. Small key to ice.
Oh, that's correct, because Tam doesn't always mark everything on their tracker, so I didn't even see the mark off. I knew Will got it. I remember seeing it, but I just didn't really, I guess I wasn't paying attention on Tam's side for when Tam went to Pod. That's every pendant on Tam's side. We do know that pedestal is nothing.
Right, yeah. Well, of course, we don't know what Saha could give us. Looks like Trinex was not as generous, I guess, with his drop, but we still have, in this case, green pendant.
Mm-hmm. So now we're at 3 crystals apiece.
Yeah, we're kind of okay. At least, the good news, quote unquote, is that I think we're out of big keys. All the remaining big keys that we still need are the ones that are the only ones available out there to find. So when we see a big key light up, it's gonna be a good thing.
Yeah,
not gonna be baited.
The 2 big keys that are still out there, Pod Thieves. Yep, those. And new checks in terms of the new checks from both sides. Yeah, any big key we see is required.
Oh yeah, that's right. Will, is turning in his, still, in this case, out of logic mushroom that he got from Hobo, because we don't have the flippers yet, but again, Will has done probably the Witch's Hut visit now, at least 2 times in this scene.
Yep. Tam gonna take that desert big key over to the big chest of desert. Gonna check that out. I think that's probably all that we're gonna see from here.
Yeah.
These other connector ends aren't that useful.
Right. Oh. Yeah, that item's also not very useful. We did see the torch, I think, very early. I think it was just 10 bombs, or 10 arrows, sorry, so yeah, not gonna be useful at this point.
Yep. I guess some people might be piecing.
Yeah,
wow.
That's an important big key. Oh, well then.
That's interesting.
Yeah, where are these flippers?
Yeah, because so now that puts like that's an interesting situation that we've run across here. Because the only thing we need to piece together things for the seed would be the Swamp Small flippers and the Thieves big key. And we know where the flippers can't be.
Yeah, they definitely can't be. Yeah, they can't be in Pot Big, Big Chest, and they can't be on Heldasaur because we just just flipper locked.
And I believe the dark shopping mall area, that was there was something important there. I'm trying to remember what it was, but we know that the GT Big was there, I think, and therefore GT Big can't lock them. Mm-hmm. That's it. Oh, and I guess in that sense, the Thieves Town Big Key can't really. I guess it could be flipper locked, but the 4 checks in the back of Thieves are not
right. Mm-hmm.
They can't have flippers.
Yeah. Yeah, so what is actually still left for us, at least collectively, right? So we still haven't seen Mitts yet, by the way. We still need to find the dam as another entrance. Like, so, I mean, it might be that we still need Mitts.
Yeah, it's possible. It just depends on, like, you know, what we have left entrance-wise. I've not been keeping too close an eye on what we've had. I think in terms of what we have for logic, what people are saying in chat is the Ice Big Chest and the Castle Tower second chest are the only things in logic.
Tam is demonstrating we've got Hera basement now too. Right, we got the small key to Hera, I think, yeah, in the front of us, Gabe?
Yeah, and the Hyrule Castle Small was available, so... So this is another check to the list that we can add.
Although, I think Will, though, he's probably very happy to see GT, you know, maybe on the later side than he would have wanted, but he has, like, everything, right? He's got the Fire Rod, he's got the Kina Smari, he's got GT Big Key, he's got a handful of GT Small Keys, like, he's got a Hookshot Hammer. We're gonna be able to see everything on his side now.
Yeah, he's more than likely going to just full clear this while he's here. The only thing that I think that would stop him in his tracks is if he found, like, the Thieves Town Big Key and Swamp Small Key both, like, somewhere along the way. Which we know he won't find both of those in the basement because we didn't see any of them from Tam's side, and there's only one check that we didn't see on Tam's side.
Right. Alright, so speaking of Hera basement, though, that was a very useless map to Turtle Rock, so not paying out for Tam there.
Yep. So I guess in terms of back to what we're talking about, Ice Big Chest or Castle Tower?
Oh, let's not talk.
And I think was Tam going back to ice here? What is this padding for?
This is this is actually a very good question. We're going back up to, oh man. I guess Tam doesn't want to, well, Tam hasn't been over to Dark Shopping Mall area, right?
Yeah, I guess Tam is just trying to stay in logic. This is like one of the only logical locations left at this point.
Well,
yep, and this is the Ice House Big Chest play.
Alright, well, I mean, I assume something has to turn up here?
Yeah, and honestly, that basically means, like, it probably means that flippers are the piece that we are missing in terms of logic, and it could, I guess at this point, either here or Castle Tower. I don't know for sure, but we'll find out.
No, you're right. Like, oh man, these are some hard decisions at this point for Tam.
Yeah, actually, now that I'm looking at my at the things that it can be and can't be, I guess the things it could be is like maybe the other glove, and then like the flippers. I think that's it, because like Thief Vicky wouldn't unlock any logical things because it's still flipper locked. And then the Swamp Small Key is only a flipper locking item, basically. Flipper checks locking item. Because all of Swamp is flipper locked.
Right.
So this one, I think this is either flippers or mitts.
Yeah, right. Because at this point, like, we need something, an item to open up something else that's logical, right? So it has to be like either something that gives us more access, like mitts, or just straight out flippers.
It is not here.
It is not. This is a compass. All right, so I guess we're going to the second chest of Castle Tower,
which we have to take a connector because we don't have the mitts.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't. This seed's logic is kind of nasty, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Which I don't blame Tam one bit for wanting to go check that, just because like at this point, you know you need flippers, and it's more than likely going to be flippers that you're going to find.
Oh, we're doing Meyer. I forgot Tam has not finished Meyer.
Probably didn't want to do it just because it's a crystal, didn't have Big Key. And I'm guessing...
Oh, that's right. The Meyer Big Key's on the mushroom, which is...
Zora.
Sorry, it was on Zora, that's right. Yeah, which, oh man, Tam, unfortunately still has not gone to check. Alright, okay, so Will's finally finishing up at least the left side of the basement. We're gonna see what the big chest has, which is nothing. Okay, so... Yeah, so Tam certainly won't be punished if Tam doesn't go back to that chest. Right, Tam also remembering that we do need to flip the switch. Yeah, but I think at this point, yeah, I mean, I think you're absolutely right. The sensible thing probably for Will at this point is just to climb.
Yeah, you climb since this is such an out of the way GT.
Do you happen to remember what's behind Agatu? I thought there was one item, but I couldn't remember which one. Thieves drop.
Clearly
Thanks.
it's the thief
Yeah.
drop.
Thank you, late bit. Yes.
Yeah, because I clearly knew that and was going to be late with the bunch. Yeah, like,
Alright, well there is Tam's at least, I think, what, 6th pod key at this point? Maybe 5th? That is a 6th collective one. 6th one, thanks.
yeah.
No, Drossi, Tam does not have the Meyer Big Key. Meyer Big Key is at Zora, which I believe this is Tam's... I believe this is what Tam's gonna get right now.
Yep, and Tam will be
Really
probably saying some words that will not be friendly enough, I guess, for the
Yeah.
sensitive people. But you know,
Yeah, this is really... I mean, you know, we talked actually about Tam doing some really efficient sequencing earlier, like being able to single dip Eastern Palace, single dip Desert Palace, which was kind of in some not so fun locations, but, you know, this is going to be Tam's 3rd time into Meyer, unfortunately, because this is where the Meyer Big Key is.
yeah, and to think you basically could have just single
Yeah,
dipped Meyer the seed. Isn't that crazy? Because you could just like not do left side.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Left side was pretty useless. I mean, and you know, this also might be kind of additional feels bad, just because you know, gloves were in the mushroom spot, you know, in the Lost Woods, like super early, right? So it's not like they had any money. I guess maybe early game they could have tried to farm some from the tree pulls, but you know, again, this could have been gotten much earlier. So I guess, you know, back to Meyer we go. Poor Tam. So at least it's gonna open up 2 more checks for Tam, which is gonna be, you know, the Meyer big chest, and then at least they're gonna be able to go back straight to Vitreous after this.
You know, like I said, probably not feeling great about having done Meyer before Big Key. Literally getting the Big Key right after you win it.
Exactly, yeah. Alright, okay, so Will, by the way, is finally up the gauntlet. That was quite the trek for him, but we're finally gonna be able to see the bounty that is Upper GT. Please have something good, because we haven't seen anything else.
That might honestly just seal the deal, I'm being honest, but we'll see what's up here.
Will does need to be a bit careful. I mean, I think he does have safeties, but still, 4 hearts is not the most comfortable, I guess, up here. Oh, he does have fairies. Alright. Okay, so free refill, 20 rupees, full magic. What do we got? Last 2 checks.
I like to see it on Tam's side, setting up the flute with Spooky. You can throw a cane block into the pit on the way to the basement. Will allow you to... Well, I guess we know it's the flippers.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Alright, this is exactly the game's sense of humor. Finding myths at the top of GT. Good thing the hookshot was earlier.
So I think we know at this point that check in the castle tower has to be flippers. Because that was like the only you know, flippers and mitts being the only things that would have unlocked more checks. So we...
I guess, so can flippers still be at the Thief's drop down?
No, because the GT Big Key is locked
Oh,
by
right,
flippers.
that's right, yeah. Oh, that's right, yeah, that's right. It was in, yeah, it was in Thief's
I'm just saying, like, we know we couldn't have gotten flippers from doing this, but like, we could very well have gotten mitts, like we just saw.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, right. So in this case, like flippers, like they've already done a lot of flippers checks, but right, flippers kind of puts us all back on logic. We still need Swamp Small, for example, right? Because, well, we still need to finish that dungeon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I guess like Miss in this case, right? We still haven't found the dam. Like that entrance is, I guess it's mislocked. I'm trying to think of other locations that aren't mislocked at this point.
Oh.
Which is
Okay. Never mind.
Well, depending on where things are, that Thieves Town small key could come into play. I mean, as in it could have something like, yeah, I certainly imagine if Tam climbs, they'll also go get the small key.
Alright, and this is, I think, Tam heading towards the Castle Tower now, and I believe this will be flippers. So this will put Tam on the path. Just a matter of, you know, I guess Tam at that point probably only has the like shopping mall area in terms of like what does this open up? Shopping mall, because everything else has been done.
Yeah, exactly, man. Also, we're back in the connector that we saw literally like minute 1 of the game.
Yep, both of them finding the boots in that connector was so nice.
Yeah, I know, it was so great. I don't know if that was muscle memory on Tam's side in order to kill the guards, but they did get a nice 5 arrow drop, so a little nicer to have a small replenishment for arrows.
Little things. Okay, I believe these are flippers.
Alright.
They are.
Alright, they are flippers. Look at that, everything's in logic now. Hooray.
Good job, everyone, piecing it together.
We did it, we all did it. Let us hope now we don't have to go back there, in case the well has something either.
And now, see, those myths are actually kind of nice for Will, because now getting back to Castle Tower will be more convenient.
Yeah, right, because without those myths, you saw that in this case, like Tam had to take, connectors, right, super bunny connector, and there is this nice little, major, rock that you could just lift up for another Dark World portal with myths. Alright, so this is gonna be Tam's foray into Dark Shopping Mall, so they're gonna get their GT Big Key, find Thieves Town, and then I guess Tam's gonna climb.
Yeah, there's also, Tam could do Hobo Hall here. They're also gonna do this entrance. Don't know if we've seen this one yet, honestly. Okay, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm also trying to think, I don't think Will did this.
I mean, he could definitely do it more efficiently now with the myths in tow.
Right, Yeah, that's right. Yeah, also good point. Tam still does not have those myths, so we can't actually check Ice Palace vanilla location.
Will could, but he's Will's
a little busy right now.
He's a little far removed from logic, so to speak. How far does the rabbit hole go is the question.
Yeah, it's kind of at this point, right? We're almost like 2 hours into the seed. Like, it might be a bit harder to try and keep track of, or to try to piece together the logic. You've been playing for so long, and...
That is crystal number 4 for Will. Now, taking care of... Now, in terms of what they have done, dungeon-wise, they have the same things done. And honestly, if I'm being honest here, I think the lead is shifted over to Will.
Yeah, yeah, right. So Will right now certainly does have like Pod Big over Tam, right? The Pod Big was a mushroom, right? That was flippers locked.
Yeah, that's on Hobo. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So like, Tam not only has to go get the mushroom from Hobo, they also have to go turn it in and grab it. Will's probably gonna head to Pod on the sooner side, so that's gonna give them another crystal.
Yeah. And back to what I was talking about, if Will's paying attention to logic here, if he finds his, Swamp Small and Thieves Big somewhat soon, then he should be really thinking about, oh, everything I've been getting thus far has been flipper locked. Where can my flippers be then? In that case.
You're right. Yeah, Tam certainly, yeah, I guess, without maybe like the distraction of the myths, maybe had easier time kind of piecing together things. I guess they never kind of went out of logic because they haven't gone over here without the flippers. But yeah, Will certainly has a bit more of a more puzzles more pieces in order to try to put together.
Yep, and so Tam not going to Hobo at this moment, so gonna chase that GT Big Key first, which we know right at this moment could be, I think, at this point, I think it has to be useful, those mitts, because we need some kind of dam. But not getting that mushroom right now, that could play a factor.
Right. There are two more items that we can still get in pod. Like, they could very well be, like, a very relevant key, right? Swamp Small, or something. Or Thieves Big, for that matter. So, right, speaking of more Mistlock stuff, we do have the Smith Chain now available to us.
Yep,
this also could still be relevant keys as well. Oh man, where are these things?
Yep. Okay.
Oh, Tam is climbing.
Like... Yeah, I guess this is somewhat of a gamble. Oh, there's the Thieves Big Key. Yeah, those mitts are required. Okay, so that means we only need the Swamp Small between the two players.
And that's actually pretty good. That means that Go Mode Swamp is definitely a thing. Do you hope that the Small Swall is vanilla? We haven't actually seen it, but we do have the flippers.
We'll see. Swamp is
in Light World Shopping. Yep, yeah, Ice Rock Cave area.
I guess it's fast-ish enough. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's actually true. We do have the flute now, so getting it there isn't going to be too big of a deal. Ooh, alright. A Mitts locked location, which is Graveyard Ledge. A completely useless item, but good, good to know to be able to check it off our list.
Yeah, gonna continue doing these Smith checks with the Mitts. I mean, why not? The Smith turning up to the Thieves Big Key.
Yeah, and I think maybe potentially, Will is just kind of in the area right after getting his Thieves Big, so may as well just finish this up before kind of going over Thieves Town. Oh my gosh, we got the second shield. Do you think he's gonna go pull head? He'll go beat Turtle Rock, and he also missed the bird, apparently.
Say he's gonna miss the bird first, but... first off, gonna go back to his portal, I think, because this is the only reason I think he'd be heading back over here. Was something nearby here that he could go, like, connector-wise through?
Yeah, I was also trying to think about that, so... I don't think there's anything of value, like, item-wise.
Yeah, Hyrule Castle, okay.
Okay.
So he's gonna take this. This led to Spike Cave if he goes out the main exit. Or actually, no, he hasn't not been out the left exit. He's not going there now, but this is the Spike Cave entrance right here. Yeah, you know what? I guess... he actually hadn't been here yet. Because Tam was the one that found all this for us.
Right. Yeah, Tam, I guess that's kind of like I don't know if this is really considered like too much of a difference, but Tam is certainly in the late game is trying to stay more in logic. Will has certainly just tried to kind of like barge on through and see what he can find.
Brute force everything, which has definitely paid dividends, doing the climb, correctly because the Thieves Big Key was locked by the Mitts.
And again, right, it's kind of like a shift, right? So, like, Tam has some really nice sequencing kind of like early to mid-game, right? Being able to single dip Eastern Palace and Desert Palace.
Desert Palace, yeah.
Yeah, but Will, on the other hand, sequence broke out, Dark Shopping Mall and was able to get his Mitts, right? And be able to GT all in one go.
Yeah. And of course, back to the Meyer debacle.
The
Meyer Big Key off of Zora before going back to Meyer.
Yeah, right, and that's right. That was kind of like it's actually kind of a major difference too, right? Yeah, Cham ended up triple dipping Meyer. It was pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, this will be the Meyer entrance. So I'm thinking Will is just trying to find the dam at this juncture, and this is one of the quicker ones. after this, he probably goes to the Ice Palace entrance.
Oh yeah, that's also gonna be a pretty quick one. He does have to do, he has to remember to fake flipper because he doesn't have the flippers yet.
And actually that, and honestly...
thanks Will.
Yeah.
Nice bird toss.
I mean, I'm not saying I approve it, but, you know, you do you.
It's okay, just paying homage to Shady.
Right, are you going to Ice Palace? No, you're going to the mountain. He might be doing Turtle Rock, and then he might actually hop down and do Aga Tower to get his flippers.
You think he'll do Aga Tower first? I thought he was going to hook shot right over, take the portal, or no, he may. Okay, looks like he's going to go up top. All right, that makes sense.
I think this is the Turtle Rock play right here, which I think, based on what we know, the dam has to be here or at the Ice Palace entrance.
But either way, this is going to be good for Will, right? Just because he's going to pick up his flippers.
Yeah, assuming he hops down, because I mean, like, assuming he's, remembering what he's got left in terms of checks. Hopefully he does hop down. And like, his tracker lights up, with the green 1 on the Aga Tower chest, so hopefully he's got that in consideration.
Oh, that was so. Actually, this might be so. Tam has kind of finished up their GT climb. They got their mitts. Got their Thieves Small. This might be Smith Chain, then? Or like Hammer Pegs related area?
I believe you're correct, yes.
Yeah,
Dashing down here.
Yeah, with the mirror pulled out as well. So this is going to be very good news for Tam. They're going to pick up their Thieves Big. They already have flippers, so I think they're just going to be in Dam Find mode and Swamp Small Go mode for...
well, and still needs to find the mushroom.
Oh, right. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Tam still needs to go get her pod big key. Oh my god. That's going to be kind of a hard... I don't know. Like, it's not exactly like a convenient location, I think, for Tam.
Yep. Okay, so I think this... Oh no, Will's not going to Castle Tower.
Oh,
man, I really hope he completely forgot about it.
It's okay. So both Will and Tam are putting timers on each other on their opponents' clocks. So Will, right? He needs to go get his flippers from second chest of Castle Tower, which is kind of blocking this case Swamp Palace for him or the rest. And of course Logic. Tam at this point needs their pod big key from the mushroom turn in from Hobo.
Yep.
Which is also flippers locked.
Alright. Is this going to... I think this is going to pod from Will's side now. Yeah, that was definitely not what you wanted to see from Will. You wanted to see him hop down after opening Turtle Rock because the flippers are there and you need the flippers to seed. He's gonna go ahead and take care of Pod while he's in the area.
Yeah. And right. I mean, he's like, there's 2 items here available for in Pod for him.
Yep.
We're gonna see this case the big chest, which could still have something, and then Helmo, of course, himself. Pyramid Fairy at this point isn't relevant anymore, right? The only interest we're looking for is Swamp, is the dam.
Yeah, and then of course the Swamp Small can't be behind the Pyramid Fairy, so yeah, so that entrance is irrelevant. Okay, so this is the dam upcoming for fairly certain, right here.
Yeah, because I think we're kind of out of locations at this point. Hey, look, it's the dam! Only locked by
who knew?
That was at the top of GT. Oh my gosh, this is quite the trek. All right, okay, all right. So Rockin, are you diving Swamp looking for that a small key? Are you checking him first because we just opened it up? The second treasure.
I wouldn't put it. Okay, well, Tam is gonna actually. Okay, this is a good routing. Because Thieves Town is a dark shopping mall, this is a good route from Tam. I'm gonna mirror after coming out of Old Man here. Check the dam item. And then swim on over to Thieves Town and clear that. And then probably go to Swamp after, assuming no Swamp Small's been found.
Yeah, so Swamp is in Ice Rock Cave area. So very, very convenient actually, because it sounds like they're gonna do Thieves Town immediately from this.
All right. So, I guess at this point, we're just basically only looking for the small. Do we think it's here on Helma? Do we think it's Thieves Town?
Yeah,
hard
this
to really,
is, yeah, we're definitely, and I think there's still, I'm just looking still at our trackers, like, can there be other small keys that could be, you know, disguise, like, you know, can get our hopes up?
No, there's no useful small keys left. So no. Yeah, there's no other like items too that could also open more checks. So
Okay.
it's weird. Basically, we're down to the small. If you're talking about like other small keys that are still left, yes, there are like maybe one or two like the ice walls, the other castle tower.
Oh, the other. Oh man, the other castle tower small. Because the well in castle tower, right? A small key. Oh man.
Come on!
That's not helpful right now.
Your mitts are in logic now. Like.
Yeah, thanks. Man. I guess it wouldn't have been like the end of the world to actually maybe stay in logic. Like the pod big, well, it's flippers. Oh, you could have gone to pod. I guess like earlier, you could have gone and killed Helma.
Yeah, if it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, but like, yeah, but I think like with like where of all like that, you know, because like pod or Helma is locked by 6 pod smalls, right? I mean, I think the last couple of pod keys were probably not. I'm trying to remember where they were, but they weren't in super convenient places. Will, yeah, still not having those flippers from Castle Tower, the second chest. So he's looking to set up some Ancilla. I'm not sure. So he did kill Armos, right? Like, does he have to reset anything here?
Well, he can still like clear out of Ancilla. Like,
okay, yeah, I think that's what he was maybe trying to do with the lamp. I also don't know how finicky this is. Like
there are ways to do it. Like resetting is the tried and true way, just like hard resetting. Oh, is that it?
Small key too.
No.
Well, I don't even know if that's logical or like logically needed because Colos is a pendant, and I don't think there was anything on Mothula.
Nope. There was not anything on Moth. Okay, so this is not good for Will. He's doing checks that Tam's already done.
Yeah, right. So, right. I mean, you know, like the timers are still ticking, you know, on both sides, right? So Will still needs his flippers from, you know, Castle Tower, second chest. Tam still needs their pod big key from Mushroom Turn-In from Hobo, like, you know. But given that like Will has like maybe he's just saving quit out of after he checked Turtle Rock entrance, kind of makes me wonder. Like, I might like I don't. It makes me think that maybe Tam will find.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Yeah, they're big pod big key on Hobo first. But all right. So that is.
That's actually kind of bad for Tam, because now Tam might just full clear swamp.
Yeah, it's actually a really good point because Tam's literally right here, right? I mean, surely you know pod pig could just be in swamp, like.
It's not though.
I know.
Okay, so that's at least one saving grace for Will.
Yeah.
It's just he needs to go to the castle tower, and he's not going there at least immediately. I'm not sure what this is. I can't remember.
Oh, he's gonna kill Helma.
No!
He's gonna kill Trinex. Well, okay, so Will's already red pedestal, you know, so it's just gonna be a green pen to turn in. Not gonna probably be at least that much extra time. But yes, this is something that we definitely know is not required.
Yo,
oh my
nice
god!
castle tower small.
No. You think Tam's gonna go to Hobo before climbing Castle Tower?
What's behind Castle Tower?
The well.
Oh no!
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, yeah. And where Tam needs to go? You know, for those of us who maybe you know are just joining in, is Tam needs to go to Hobo to get their mushroom to turn in for their pod big go mode. Will needs to go to the second test of Castle Tower, which is...
Yeah, he had an opportunity to do it a bit ago, but did not. He saved and quit at the Turtle Rock entrance. And so that makes me think he either just forgot about it, or, yeah, I think he just forgot about it, because that was the best opportunity. So we're just waiting on pins and needles here, just hoping for something.
Yeah, and unfortunately, maybe for Will, we did find the second castle tower, a small key in Swamp. So I don't think that Will's gonna get like another reminder that is like, oh yeah, that's right, castle tower is a thing.
Yeah, Tam doing some interesting, I guess, check order here. Skipping the compass chest for now. I guess we'll plan to do it on the return trip in case the pod doesn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something you often see people skip, but I guess for go mode, if you're someone like Tam, I guess you make plays like that. Okay, where is Will headed to now?
Is his swamp big? Or is a skull big? Because he got GT big key pretty late, right?
Well, he should have done this the first time he came back here for desert.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was over here. He already picked up desert. It's better late than never. He's gonna get his potion, another safety.
Gonna fail the bomb jump. Probably gonna fail it again. I don't think the bomb is. Oh, okay. It was far enough. That's good.
Alright, that is crystal number 6 down for Tam. Tam, most likely is gonna go back into Swamp. three checks left.
I don't see a world where Tam doesn't go back into Swamp. Unless Tam goes to kill Aga 1 instead.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly on the table, unfortunately, for Tam. I mean, we know, right? Tam's leaving! Holy cow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, is Tam gonna go climb Aga Tower? Holy cow. Yeah, Tam's going straight back over, so this is gonna be another thanks Dead Rocks. It's gonna be another couple minutes actually given back to Will to give him a bit more opportunity to go get his flippers.
Yeah, okay, so turning green planet, what's your next move, Will? I think you got one. Okay, what's in the mire area?
I don't know what's in mire at this point.
Trying to think. Ice pig chest? No. Oh, Will, you shoot! This is just a huge indicator. You should have done the castle tower while you were there.
Yeah, so hopefully he's gonna remember. Maybe he's like, as a 50-50, I'm just gonna do this now. And then he'll go to second chest of castle tower.
Gosh, this is like a minute long
oh
thing.
my gosh. I mean, Tam's gonna, climb the rest of Castle Tower. It's gonna be at least another couple minutes, right? Plus the well, because he has to go. He has to, they have to go bonk off the tree and then, get into the well at Lumberjack.
Yeah.
I mean, so this is gonna be, I don't know if it's considered even time, but this is definitely, both runners are being very generous to each other.
Yeah, this is interesting. Like, I'm trying to think now. Where was the potion shop? I'm trying to just gauge how long things take.
DM Ascent.
Okay. So you figure after the well, Tam, I think, will only have Hobo left, assuming, I think only Hobo will be left because there's no other checks after this.
There's left side swamp in the compass chest.
That's right. I did forget about this. Yes.
There is.
We'll see how Tam decides to play it in left swamp. Just seeing that second castle tower key, thinking
I know
it has to be behind the well. Like at this point. All right, Will. Are you going to Castle Tower now? I think the answer is yes.
I think the answer is yes. So there's nothing else up here for Will.
Man, you gotta feel bad for Will. Just the opportunity presented itself, while opening Turtle Rock, and I guess maybe he forgot about it.
I
chose not to.
Yeah, I mean, it's very possible that it was just kind of an oversight when they were there, when he was there at the time. Probably just very focused, and trying to let me find the dam, and then it's just a very easy thing to overlook.
Yep, so this will be flippers, and at this stage, Will only need to swamp small, and obviously since he, the proper move after this would be to do exactly what Tam did and save and quit to Old Man to get to Thieves Town,
Mm-hmm.
and that will be the path right there. So this is a very linear path from here on out for Will.
Yeah, right. The fact that for Will it's going to be Swamp Small Go mode. He will not be distracted by the second Castle Tower Small Key, by any of the chests in Swamp. They've got more than enough ammunition for everything. Oh man. So basically right now what Will needs to do is he needs to clear out the back of Thieves, get his crystal, and then go mode Swamp, which is not insignificant.
Yep.
But again, Tam needs to go finish up Pod and go to Hobo.
Yeah, needs to go to Hobo first, then turn the mushroom in.
Right.
Go get the big key from the potion shop, and then go to K45. I think Will might be in the lead here. We'll just have to. We'll know for sure once Will does Thieves Town. But we'll just have to wait and see.
Right, yeah, I mean, do you think, a Gomo Swamp is kind of, equivalent to Tam, I guess, doing, just the back of Pod? And getting to that stuff?
I think so, just because you have to wait out the statue cutscene. That takes, 15 seconds, something like that.
Right, yeah, and of course, and getting up, the back of Pod is actually surprisingly long, right, just in terms of, clearing out, and then, as you mentioned, right, Tam has to not only go turn in the mushroom, which is, of course, I guess, in this area, but then also get back to K45, there's a lot of travel time.
The only thing, I guess, instead working in Tam's favor is that Thieves actually is somewhat long for a linear dungeon, finishing it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually, 2 to 2.5 minutes, I want to say. So Will's gonna do all the checks in here. That will give Tam a little bit of time. Alright, so now Tam should know that all that's left is Swamp or the
Oh my
Hobo.
gosh, yeah, Swamp.
Obviously,
That's right, yeah.
No, we're going back to Swamp!
Oh my gosh, Tam! Alright, so this is gonna be another minute on Will's side. Oh my gosh. I hope Tam hasn't forgotten about Hobo. Hobo is a pretty bad check. Very, very inconvenient for Tam at this point. There is just nothing in the area. Plus, it's also kind of hard to get to. Oh my gosh. What a journey, too.
What a roller coaster of emotions.
I know. Oh, Will, I guess still. I don't know if that's muscle memory or not. Oh, Will needed some bombs apparently.
It was interesting little gag there on Will's side. He did the Fred Coughlin thing where you drop a bomb in displeasure on the the bad check. And that was his last bomb.
That's hilarious. Alright, looks like actually, this is also a good reminder based on chat, from chat too, was that Will actually still has not yet gotten to the dam. I'm sure he knows where it is at this point, but he still has to go and drain it. A little bit of time.
He knows where it is. He's going
he
at
just
the one
hasn't
entrance
gotten it
left.
there. Exactly. Yeah.
He has one entrance left, people. Come on. Sue me.
Right, I'm just saying, there's still a little bit of extra time, right, for him to, get through the rest of the game.
Yeah.
This is quite the journey for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so do you think Tam's gonna do Hobo over the GT Big Chest? The answer is yes, right?
Yeah. GT Big Chest takes 3 minutes to get to, considering where GT is. Considering Tam's willfully skipped the Big Chest whenever coming back to GT, I think Tam will probably continue to skip it.
That's the hope.
Yeah.
Tam also willfully skipped Swap 3 chests, which was the right thing for Tam. It's just man,
and
he had to come back
doubling back on your skips is not usually the idea. I don't know. Tam just second guessed themselves. That's all we can really say. Alright, but that is crystal number 6 for Will, and he now has all the items he needs. Now he just needs to go to Ice to find the dam.
Yeah, very, sight for sore eyes on Will's side. He's oh, thank goodness I don't have to go search more.
Yeah, at this point I think he knows where dam has to be. It's just, he was, I guess it really doesn't matter. I'm trying to think of what checks he has left. I don't think he has any checks left.
Where is Tam going? Rolkin, where is Tam going?
Oh my goodness, Tam is just really not like having faith in their skips.
This is, yeah, I think maybe at this point it does look like it's, yeah, I mean, we're holding back to GT.
Yep, this is just a GT. And GT's at the Spiral Cave entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so here is the dam coming up here on Will's side, and that will put him in 100% go mode here. Like, nothing left to go find, quote unquote.
Yeah, you can even see Will knows, right? Like, he didn't even get the chest open for the dam.
No need to waste time on that text box of the Skullwood small
exactly.
key.
Okay, yeah. As you said earlier, 224. Will is 100% now in entrance and item go mode, so he just has to go over to Swamp, head straight to the back, and then we're gonna be able to finally face Ganon after all this time. Tam, by the way, has done, like, their execution has been quite good this entire game. Like, I think at this point it's going to literally full clear the seed. Like, I don't think there's any other checks available to us at this point. It's done, you know, the time is actually quite good. Yeah, and I think at this point, Will is also going to demonstrate, or at least kind of show in this case, like, what the difference is between a go mode swamp and a actual, like, full clear coming back twice swamp on Tam's side. It's going to be, like, on the order of minutes.
Yeah,
right.
that is listed as the hard last location. I believe coming up here for Tam. I think it's doing Hobo with the Dark Roll away.
Okay. I'm trying to actually remember at this. Oh, right, because the Hobo is at Pod is at K45 location.
Yeah,
so
this makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's here though. Oh wait, really? I completely did not remember this. Good night.
This was Bomb Shop. Right. So I think we don't have, like, we don't care anything about I guess, like, the pyramid entrance, but I think maybe from Tam's perspective it's okay.
Tam could have done the thing where you take the big bomb to Hobo.
I mean, I'm trying to even think, are there any, like, item entrances left for us?
Man, I would not be the one to ask.
It's been 2.5 hours at this point.
I'll violate it.
Alright, C-shaped house. Okay, this is the thing.
Wow, nothing there. Who's gonna see that coming?
I mean, maybe we could have deduced at that point that was one of the 10 arrows. I have no idea at this point.
Alright, this looks like Hobo, yeah.
Alright.
I believe this is all Tam has left now.
Mm-hmm.
Right, there is Argus dead on Will's side. That is crystal number 7.
Yeah, good old 1 out of 10 item checks for Swamp on Will's side.
Alright, and there is the path.
Yeah, it's not even the pod Vicky, it is the path to the pod Vicky.
It's so disgusting.
Oh, I know, it is awful. Yeah, there's actually, even better point, right? Yeah, it's a chain. You have to go get the mushroom from Hobo, turn in the mushroom to Witch's shop, go to the potion shop, which is at DM Ascent, and then go to K45 in order to go beat Pod.
Right.
Yeah, though meanwhile though, Will is gonna drop down to Ganon with, pretty typical equipment by the time you kind of finish up a Crosskey seed, especially when you pretty much full clear the game. You've got gold sword, got red mail, got silver arrows, got half magic.
Yep. And then meanwhile, we got Tam's official go mode there. Very Tam, I'm sure, does not feel good at all about our last locating.
Right, and then literally, like, you know, we talk about people last locating things. I think this is literally the last location on Tam's side. I think
it's like, and it feels way worse just because of Tam's both skipping GT Big Chest and a few checks in Swamp and still going back to them before doing Hobo.
Yeah.
But obviously, thing is not done yet, so I'm gonna keep playing, of course, because you know, Will not quite done with Ganon, but on phase 3.
Yeah, right. I mean, Tam doesn't really know where Will is.
Right.
You know,
I'm just saying, like you know, all hope is never lost until the dot done goes
exactly.
in, you know?
Exactly.
I'm getting real comfy there, real cozy there with Ganon.
Yeah.
Right up next to Ganon.
Will doesn't even care. Just spamming that fire rod is like, I don't care. I just need these torches lit. Honestly, I would not be surprised though if Will and Tam are both just like staring at race time, like, where's the dot done? Where's the dot done? I've spent so long.
Yeah. Well, thankfully for Will, his dot done will come in before he has to worry about that. So, and that get your G's in chat for Will, finishing this seed with a time of it's like 2 hours 29 minutes and 23 seconds. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I'm gonna just wait for Z to start bot. Yeah, 22. Yeah. Time for another one?
I don't think so. That will improve Will, I believe, to 5-1 now. I want to say. I can't remember for sure.
That's right.
I think it's 5-1.
Yeah, both Tam and Will have a 4-1 record. That's why they're facing each other in week 5 of Swiss. And yeah, with this win, Will is going to propel himself to a 5-1 record. So definitely GG's for Will.
See if we can get Will in the interview booth here in a bit. I do not have the room open, but I could just, you know, with a couple clicks, probably open it myself.
Yeah, we can certainly wait for like Ricky or someone to pull him in as well.
Yeah, it looks like he'll be joining here in a little bit, so we'll give him a second while we watch Tam do a nice little cape dash there. I love seeing the quick stop strats. Always appreciate the optimization there.
Yeah, rando specific, always really cool to see. Yeah, it's actually kind of funny because I think in the scheduling thread, you know, they were talking about you know, when they could play tonight, and Will's like, oh yeah, we can start at 9:30. You know, I typically like to get ready for bed like by midnight. It's not like I've ever had like a 2.5 hour seed, you know, Crosskeys seed go over. So we can start at 9:30.
Yeah, well, what do you know?
So yeah, we'll
be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, exactly.
There is crystal number 7 for Tam. Seems to head on over to Ganon.
Yeah, and the GT 4th small key puts at least the mitts in logic. So yeah, all we now need is to go kill Ganon.
And we are joined by the winner, Mr. Will WC. GG's, dude.
Yo, Will, GG's. What a seed.
That was exhausting.
I bet.
So you were supposed to get ready for bed like 3 minutes ago, is that right?
Yeah, we actually pushed the time up on the race a little bit so we could be, you know, I think I made a joking comment in our thread about, oh, well, no Crosskeys seed has ever gone past 2.5 hours, so, you know, I'll be in bed by midnight, I'll be fine.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, Seed had other ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have moved to your bed to finish up the seed, I guess.
Maybe Sick Kid's onto something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the big sticking point for you on your side was that when you opened up the Turrock entrance, you did not hop back down to do Active Tower.
Yeah, and that was a complete brain fart. Like I had planned to do that there, because you know, part of me was like, you know, I really want to put this off until I get the second Castle Tower key, because I know Swamp Small is going to be back there behind Aga 1 today.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was just like, I've got to check it, because I'm up here and I'm, you know, I never want to come back here, right?
Mm.
And then I just forgot. So that was neat.
Yeah, I get the thought process. I think I'm trying to remember if you had what all like required items you had at that point, or were still needing to find, if there was any like rhyme or reason to actually holding off on Aga Tower like reasonably.
No, I mean, like that was in my head, but at the same time, it was like I had planned to do it, and it just
okay.
I just brain farted.
Yeah, and to get your G's in chat for Tam crossing the finish line here in just a little bit. It's a 2:33:09, looks like.
Yeah,
It'll be an 09.
very, very good time for literally finishing the whole seed minus like 1 check in pod.
Okay.
All right, but yeah, we'll go into it with a little more with Tam here, but Tam's big issue this seed was not committing to the skips that they made, and basically putting off Hobo until the very last, and that was their undoing.
Yeah, that was one that I did. I was just like, well, might as well do it here while I'm coming out of Mire, and that ended up like I was even kind of like hesitant about turning in the mushroom. It was just like, this feels like a waste of time. This is going to be nothing. This is going to be, oh, that's important.
Yep.
Yeah, it turns out that was the game-winning big key.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's just, burned if you do, or like burned if you don't, and then saved if you do, or the vice versa. It's like, if I do it, it's gonna have nothing. If I don't do it, it's gonna have something. If it's on your mind, I guess you go ahead and do it, and hopefully it works out. And this time it did. So
yeah, this was just a roller coaster. Like the first 30 minutes, I felt like I could not have played any worse, and then, knowing that I was last located, I mean, I don't know how you like rush Mire for that hammer there early, because you have to have the bow for it, but either way, it still felt bad dying on Spike Chest the first time, especially, and having to reset and do it again, in addition to the other silly deaths. And then, so like I was kind of committed at that point to having to make a play, and so I was like, when I found GT, it's like, well, we're just going to do everything here. So the mitts gave me some hope once I saw that I think the Thieves Big was behind it.
Yeah, the Smiths having the Thieves Big Key was really what helped cement that GT climb being a good play. Yeah.
Yeah, and GG's Tam.
Yeah, GG.
Yo, Tam, GG's.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you, Tam. You I guess you weren't very trusting in your skips there at down the stretch. So I guess it was kind of your undoing there. You went back to both the swamp checks and the GT big chest, and the thing you were putting off for so long ended up being the crucial item that you needed. I'm just wondering what your thought process was there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I had, like, Herber's not really an awful check, but I just didn't do it a couple times, and I was like, I guess I'm just not doing it now.
Yeah, the hobo check was really unfortunate just because it was also like a bit more extended, right? Because hobo had the mushroom, and you have to go turn in the mushroom, and then you have to go to the potion shop, and then you can go to pot. Like, yeah, it was.
That actually was not a surprise to me at all, because I'm pretty sure I had 3 items left in my game and 4 checks, so I know what's in the pod big chest because of that. At least I should.
very rare process of elimination to figure out what the last item is. I think you were also, for what it's worth, like more punished just because like it was pod big key go mode as opposed to swamp small go mode, right? Because I think you saw it later, right? Like swamp, you didn't see this well because you go mode to swamp, but like the map chest and swamp had the Castle Tower small key.
I knew that was in there. I fully expected to find Castle Tower 2 before swamp, or before swamp small. I fully expected that I was going to have to go back and triple dip Castle Tower there.
Mm-hmm. Well, Tam gave us that check for us, which gave you a bit more time to go find your flippers. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was actually, it was a good thing that I found the Castle Tower small key, because it let me do the sickest hook speedrun you will ever see.
I'm gonna when I watch the VOD back, I will make sure to pay good attention to that.
I was popping off.
In general, Tam, your execution was quite good. I don't know how much like no logic kind of like played into it, but like your execution with the hook shot was quite nice, especially in swamp. I think when you were doing left side. That was a pretty tight hook shot grab on the left side, I guess, right? Before you go into, I guess, left side.
Yeah, it's something that you only get to see if you do left side, after beating a dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Also appreciated the spin speeds. Yeah, I guess for what it's worth, also you did pick up the first sword, yourself and Will. So really cool to see all the spin speeds on your side. Sorry, yeah. Will. You probably could have used the sword on the sooner side.
It would have been nice when I was, dashing around for the entire first 45 minutes of the seed or whatever it was, to have something in front of me, especially since I was trying to die every 5 minutes or so.
Oh, you were trying to die. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, no, that was definitely intentional. I don't know why anyone would think different. Did you know that the red guard outside of Hyrule Castle does 1 heart of damage, Tam? Just curious.
I did know that, actually.
Okay, well, I scientifically proved it tonight by just walking into him 3 times.
My swords were out of logic for like an hour and a half. I thought that was very funny. I don't know if this was thought about at all, but unless, I'm pretty sure the logic chain to the hammer was really, really dumb. Because I had 4 hearts when I went into Maya, but 2 of my hearts were on, my pieces of heart were on Laser Bridge. So I'm pretty sure logically you had to go through Spiral Cave to get the heart container off the Hype Cave NPC.
So the thing about that is, I think you could also have gotten your Meyervig off of Zora.
Oh, the Meyervig was alright. No, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah. So I guess in terms of the pathing, logic-wise, I think there were multiple paths in that sense to get the spike chest, to get the hammer. Otherwise, you could have gotten the Zora, the Meyervig off Zora. That way, that lets you get to the cape, and that lets you get the hammer that way. But yeah, that's something I did not know. That you could actually just there's a heart logic requirement, I guess, for the spike chest sometimes. I thought that was always like a invincibility item required thing for spike checks and entrance.
I thought it is a hard swirl. I was thinking for a really long time because I thought at least that it was out of logic, and I thought it really put me off wanting to do Magic Bat or Zora, because I'm like, well, it could just be my small key. And I kept finding my small keys everywhere else.
Yeah, the Meyer small keys were not available at all for pre-hammer / pearl.
Yeah, I was thinking Zora might have one of those pieces, but then just never got around to doing it for a while.
And I'm sure you were saying some not so
nice
words.
Got around to it until literally right after.
I know. I was gonna say, you probably were very, very silently cursing to yourself after having gone into Mire right before Zora.
There was nothing silent about it.
I was gonna say the best thing about having no microphone is that we can curse all we want to.
Pretty much, literally.
You and Clear Mouse have to behave yourselves, but me and Tam, we're just.
I want to hear some cursing in Australian.
You don't. Not on this channel. I feel like I got punished for so many decisions, ordering that I made. Castle Tower and Small Key, pretty soon after going to Castle Tower, I think, was one of the big ones that really felt like it sucked. Because I also, I had a couple times where I thought about fake flipping over to Dark Shovel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually
always had so little in logic, I didn't want to sequence break, really.
Right. Yeah, I sequence broke. I think it was after I finished Mire was when I sequence broke and did a splash delete to get the hobo because it was just there. And at some point when I did, catfish and everything like that, I fake flippered over, and so I knew where Thieves Town was. But then when I tried to fake flipper back over there to get it done, just while I was still searching out the dam and the swamp small, that was when I didn't get the fake flipper and I couldn't get the reset there, so it was just okay, well, that's annoying. Which didn't really make that much of a difference, other than I would have had the swamp small in hand before finding flippers, which would have at least made the last 10 minutes less anxious for me.
I don't think it's showing on the stream, but I'll have you know my collection rate is an even 200.
Yes, let's go.
The achievement has been unlocked.
Well, congratulations on winning the true Battle of Crosskeys, the checks per minute count.
really also, I'm pretty sure I won the chickens on
That's true. You did.
That was a treat.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, and the I gotta say the amount of digs at the beginning of the scene was too high.
That was amazing.
I didn't. The thing about the end of the scene, it didn't frustrate me at all because after digging 1,000 times, it could not get any worse. I was so tilted from that.
Okay, so it wasn't just me, because I felt like every single like bit of RNG, just like every enemy movement, everything was just out to get me. Like I didn't probably dig 1,000 times. I probably dug 25 to 30 times, maybe in total, just whenever I wasn't dashing, because I had the boots at 30 seconds. And
I had the same.
Yeah, and so
I
it
dug
was
a lot more than 25 times.
But I think I got one bomb out of it, which was really annoying since I had 0 arrows and I knew that like Meyer was just about the only thing that I had in logic. Like I knew Zora was available and maybe there were a couple of other like really out of the way things I could do, but like I didn't have Zora money, so let's just try and find some arrows. I ended up routing in desert just so I could get arrows from desert and check the connector at the same time, which ended up off pretty nicely. But yeah, it was like the beginning of the seed just felt like, could I just get one thing to go my way, please?
I guess at least you got 8 bombs out of the. At least it was probably over like 50 digs in order to get something.
An 8 bomb drop, which is, I guess, fine.
Yep. I think so. This will improve Will to 5-1, and then this 10 will bring you down to 4-2. Both of you still, within reason, can make the Pam. I think you can still go for the play-in. I forget if it's. I think they're still doing a play-in thing for the 2 lost people, and then Will, you can certainly shoot for making brackets outright if you continue to win out. I didn't say it was like easy, but you could definitely do it.
I mean, your first round gambit, right, of losing, right, has certainly been pretty, fruitful for you so far.
Yeah, the Goomba dodge is paying dividends thus far. But no, tonight was like I'm happy to get the win, and like Tam's a good friend of mine, so like I don't want to, sit here and be like, oh, I don't know how it happened, but like I didn't really feel like tonight went well for me at all. So it was just kind of one of those where, we both kind of got the wrong end of the rando, I think.
Right. I feel that. Tam, I'm sure you'll fight for your Crosskeys life the rest of the tournament. So good luck to you down that stretch.
Yeah, just 2 more weeks.
Yeah, I don't really play Crosskeys much, so.
Yeah, and I'm sure your total Crosskeys race count, coming out of this tournament, like every race Crosskeys will be just 8, and that will be it, right? Or then I guess 9 if you make the play-in race.
Something like that.
Tam, just remember your no logic Crosskeys practice from several months ago, and keep that in mind in case you need a speed boost in the next couple weeks. Okay.
No logic came really close to disqualifying me from this race a couple times.
I can only imagine. Like, muscle memory is so hard to break.
Mm-hmm. All right. Any wrapping up thoughts you guys have? Other than that, I think we're done here.
Just thanks to you guys for putting on the restream.
Indeed.
And everything.
Yeah.
That was
you guys,
last.
and
Yeah.
Thank you to the folks behind the scenes as well. I didn't see who was tracking for this one, but
Top Island late bit.
Yeah, Top Island
okay.
late bit. I would definitely want to shout out them so much again. Like, they are awesome. Like, some of the probably the sharpest trackers we got. So it certainly kept all of us very much in line. You remember which connectors, like what you guys have seen, what you guys haven't done. So thank you so much. You guys are awesome.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm just sorry we made you track like all 432 items today.
Yeah, and honestly, Oh, well, how kind of you, Tam. But yes, like to clear out this point, they even like kept track of every item entrance still left. They kept track of what was still in logic, like what check we had left in logic. It's amazing. Like it's no small feat. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, no, yeah, we really do appreciate you guys tracking for us. Also, thank you, Ricky. He is our restreamer for the evening. Really glad that he was able to make the broadcast happen. Relkin, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. This is fun, as always.
It was a blast. Oh yeah, thank you, by the way, to Will and Tam. You guys, did some running, did some collecting. Thanks for racing. It was a really fun race to watch. So thank you so much, guys.
You're welcome. It takes talent to make a 2.5-hour seed when you get the boots and like the second check.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. All right. Ricky, you sign us out here.
All right, thank you. I also finally want to thank Claire Mouse and Relkin for commentating. It was very fun to watch. That's going to do it for ZSR tonight. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, we have a Majora's Mask randomizer tournament match between Kaizo and Cariosa over on the ZSR main channel. And at the same time, over on ZSR 2, we have a Zelda 2 randomizer tournament match between Homewrecker and Tiberius. And then at 8 p.m. tomorrow, we have a Wind Waker randomizer Challenge Cup match between Sir Crazy and Tifa 11234. And that's going to do it for us tonight. Hope you all had a great time and have a fantastic rest of your night. Bye!